And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And wow, is it still too hot to stream underneath all these lights? I've actually turned some of them off. So if I'm in the shadows, it doesn't really matter, does it? Let me take... Today I'm drinking Thatcher's Cloudy Lemon Cider. It's not even that nice. I prefer hooch, to be honest. But the show is called Legends and Liquor, so you know what it's all about. This is a community-driven show. What other show on YouTube has like 16 guests on at a time? Come on now. One-of-a-kind show. It's a community-driven show, and it's like... we just get to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions in a nice civil manner. People can hate something, people can love something. And what a nice topic we have today. It's the Marvel Legends Haslab. What an easy, comfortable topic where I'm sure everyone will agree today. So full disclosure, my lawyers have advised me to say this. When I say lawyers, my super producer Rich advised me to just sort of, this is Switzerland. This is neutral ground. You can love it and you can hate something. You will not be judged. It's all good. We're just allowed to have a fun conversation about the hobby, which should be fun, right? It should be. So, yeah, that's what we're doing today. We are recapping and finding out what you guys think of the Haslab. Me and even Rich had a cameo on the stream where I went live straight after the Marvel Legends Haslab reveal, where, of course, they revealed Giant Man, surprise to nobody. So you've already heard me ramble on for a couple of hours. Rich popped in. So today I want to hear what you guys think. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Are you guys in? Are you out? Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? What do you think? One thing's for sure, Hasbro are playing this nice and safe. As I said, Marvel need a win, so they've tried to keep the price point low, and they're just going in. So we shall see what you guys think. But let me go through the housekeeping first and foremost. Legends and Liquor is just a gimmick. You don't actually have to drink alcohol. Just bring your favourite drink. And let's talk toys, collectibles, and whatever you want. Whatever you want, okay? Anything. Let's talk toys. Of course, we'll be doing pickups today and all that good stuff. Go and check out all the other shows on the Dan Who Network. Me and Rich every single Thursday. Legends and Liquor every other Sunday. Turtles and Tea with Tanner. Joe's and Juice with Tom and Mark. They will unfortunately return in October. September is just far too crammed to fit those in. But we do have stuff to talk about. We've got those 2003 Turtles, and we've got that Turtle layer to talk about. And then I'm sure we're going to have some Joes revealed at PulseCon as well. Maybe we finally get to see the actual physical vamp as well. So those shows will return in October, early October, I promise you that. But September is a busy one. Of course, you can contribute anything over £4 or $4. Friday will read it out loud on a Sunday. She works double duty every other week. Streamlabs donation link is in the description, or you can just use the super chats that are via the YouTube chat. You know how it works, but it contributes to the channel and it gets your opinion heard. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the conversation. You yourself can direct the conversation by asking the audience here a question. Let me know. Much appreciated. And of course, if you hit that join button at the Members Club tier, that is your ticket in to Legends and Liquor. It is that simple, people. Channel members, people supporting the channel, get to beyond the channel they are supporting. It's a magical concept, but we've been going. This is our third year of Legends and Liquor, and we're still going strong. So it's an evening show in the UK. It's a morning show on the West Coast. It's an early afternoon show on the East Coast. It's a future show if you're in Asia or that side of the world. So yeah, all over the place, Legends and Liquor. But I appreciate you joining me wherever you are. And as you can see, I'm glistening, and there's not even much lights on. That's how hot it is over here. When I say hot, I mean UK hot. I don't mean the rest of the world hot. I mean UK hot. We're just not built for it. I can't even open my window while I'm streaming, which is stressful. All right, let me scroll up a minute to the top. Who is here live? Mike Heck says, "Pow, he now owes me £1. Thank you, Mike. PayPal is fine." InstaDan616 with the right turtle emoji and the hits. Correct. Doom Customs. Wish I could join. Travelling back from a lake cabin weekend. Catch you on the replay. Have a beer for me. I absolutely will. You enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much, Doom Customs. Hello from the future on the replay. Tom says, my head is still stuck in the 90s when £1 is over 1.5 USD. And for the minute, I wonder why those of you in the UK aren't screaming bloody murder at 199. Yeah, the conversion rate is never right on Hasbro Pulse. It's never right. Even with the tax on top, I still think the UK pay more at the end of the day, to be honest. Amanda's just walked in. Amanda's been out all day, and she just walks in the moment I go live on YouTube. Let's hope they keep it down, all right? Keep it down. Who else we got? We got Figure Cave Collections. Adam here be joining us. Jamie, Little Pieces of Plastic, says, I'm ready. I'm glad you're ready. David Evan Smith, Cloud Foxwell, Home Dude, Bring Toys to Work says, happy Sunday all. I hope everyone has had or is continuing to have a great weekend. I agree with that sentiment. I hope you're all having a great weekend. Collecting Rush, Home Dude, Lady Mac, Figures and Vinyl, Mikey Moonboots, Kurt K, Hobby, JC Hesh, Tariq, Eddie, The Fossil, Legion X, Ultimate Carnage, Ryan, how you doing? Greg Finstad, Lucifer, Curtis, Stryden, Tyler, Cheeky Monkey Kiara, 1-6 Shooter, who also shoots 1/12 and 1 3/4. He shoots everything. It's not just 1-6. Very misleading name. Scroll. Disavowed action figure. Of course, Disavowed's here. We're racing ducks. He loves a duck race. Disavowed, you know what? I'm going to take your name nice and early, just in case you don't make it to the duck race, to make sure that you're in the duck race, all right? Because I know you'd appreciate it. So, Disavowed, your name's going down nice and early for the duck race, all right? That's for you. Jelly Figs. Oscar Lopez, hello. How yous doing? Right, let's start off this show nice and breezy. I'm going to do my pickups real quickly, and then I'll start getting Group 1 in here. We do have a full house today. As I said, 16 guests. So we're going to get 17 including me, different opinions on this Marvel Legends Haslab. I should have really showed you a picture. I'm sure everyone knows what the hell is going on right now. It is always a hot topic. And let me go back to this. Let me open up that. So there it is. There's the Haslab amongst some average Marvel Legends. And he looks great. Just first impressions, he looks great. All right. And I'm backed one. Simple as that. So I want to hear what you guys think. But that's the summary. I like it. I'm comfortable with the base offering. I'm backing it, okay? That's where I stand currently. But I want to know what you guys think. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, as I said, I want to do my pickups. And please, go and check out the reviews on the channel for the current Disney Plus wave. This whole wave is sponsored by legendsverse.com. So go and check out them. All the links are in the description on those videos. If you're trying to organise your collection, I think you'll appreciate it. I was surprised to find out the worth of my collection when I added all my collection into Legendsverse. So what have I got? Anyone surprised at the Builder figure, the Hydra Stomper, right? We all thought, that's got to be like the other Hydra Stomper. No, it's its little brother. Look at that. Look at that. It is insanely so much smaller than the Hydra Stomper, which definitely surprised me. I didn't, until you get them in hand, you don't realise how much of a difference they are in size. So, yeah, crazy. But this one does come with an unmasked head. Did I try the unmasked head on this? I can't even remember. But there you go. There you go. And I also have a plethora of other reviews on the channel. Apparently, Gamora has just hit 1,000 views. Way! The streak of the year continues. There's Gamora. She looks good. I've also got Scarlet Witch on the channel. She's a little bit further down. There she is. Probably the best Scarlet Witch figure we currently have in our collection for sure. If you like Evil Wonder, that is. Agatha Harkness, I think she's a little bit underscaled. She's definitely a little bit too short. Your boy's got Tori said she's short enough to play Wolverine. I'm not too sure if that's true, but she is short. And there's Yelena Belova, who's maybe too big. I don't know, but this scale's not right? That scale is not right. Look how tall Thingy is compared to Agatha. Like, it's Agatha. Someone's not the right size, right? The scale's a little bit skew-if. And then here's Goliath. But he's not really Goliath. He's tiny, and we haven't really seen Bill Foster yet in Season 2. But there he is. I haven't even done my review for him yet, but he's not bad. The colours pop. And it's not all reuse. A little bit of reuse, but not all reuse. And then also, because I was in a sort of Avengers 60th hype, I thought it's only fair that I go and do some backtracking. Haha. I'm just going to hold them all up, okay? Ooh, shit. There you go. The Avengers 60th reviews incoming for what I haven't done a review of already. But there you go. I've got them. They're here. All good. Right, what else have I got? Power Rangers stuff has started to arrive. RIP Lightning Collection. Why is it going? The line could continue forever, and people are buying the figures as last I checked, so I don't know why it's stopping. But there you go. Black is here. Now we just need pink, red, and green, which are all on the way from Pulse this coming week, I believe. Rita and that sort of other monsters on the already here. I think so. I don't even know if I opened the boxes yet. But anyway, Lightning Collection. Let me put that down. There you go. There's my pickups. Done. Easy, easy. How long did that take? Not long, all right? Take note, people. Take note of pickups. Nice and quick. Nice and quick. Right, let's get Group 1 in here, okay? Group 1, if you are about, send me a DM. The groups are in the description of this video. But it's Tariq, Tom, Adam, Rush, Cloud, Kurt, JC, and Alexi. Get in here, all right? Get in here. Send me a fresh DM. I will send you the link. Nice and easy. And we'll talk some toys, okay? The green room hasn't been replenished again. To be fair, there's probably spider webs in the green room, but at this point, I need to get someone in there to replenish the goods, but not the case. Right, so let me, I'll put the chat up on the screen while I'm going over to Instagram here, all right? Please do get involved in the poll on the chat right now. Again, we're over 24 hours now, right? We're like a day and a half or maybe 2 days, whatever it is, into the Giant Man campaign yet. So I'm curious what people are up to, okay? So have you backed Giant Man yet? Okay, that is the question. Have you backed Giant Man yet? And of course, there's no wrong or right answers. It's just up to you. Yes, and then no and never, as in like you're pretty confident you're not even going to back it. And then the third option is not yet, but I might. Because I know there's a few people getting splinters on their ass because they're sitting on the fence. I'm talking to you, Jamie. And yes, that's his quote, not mine. But yes, no and never, or not yet, but I might. Okay, so there's your options. Do get involved. I'm going to send this link live here to Group 1. And let's see if we can start any fights on YouTube. Let's do this. Let's create some enemies. Alright, okay. Links are being sent out. Links are being sent out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 links have been sent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right, back to Streamlabs. So far, so good. Back to the chat. Who's around? Look at that. Eric Stream. This man is too kind. Let's see if Friday's alive. This is the first time Friday's woke up today, so I'll give it a second, Eric Stream. But I appreciate you with those gifted channel memberships. Caught by Mary Queen of Scott. Mary, if you're watching, give him a thank you. He's been gifting my channel memberships on the last couple of streams. He's a generous guy. This Eric Stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pixels and Plastic says, hey guys, sorry I'm late. Don't be sorry. It's fine. You know what, Legend Liquor is one of those shows where you know I'm going to be here for a while. There she is. Okay. Ugh. There's people in the green room, so I'm just going to get them in. Right, I've made a new screen. I've made a new screen for the time being. Just in case anyone wants to jump out and jump in and mess around with Streamlabs, yeah? Well, I've figured it out. I've made a new page where you can all jump around and it ain't going to go anywhere. Alright, they're coming in. They're coming in nice and slow. How many we got? Mary Queen Scott, congratulations on your channel membership. Go and watch the Inner Circle. I think we're due another Inner Circle very soon as well. Damon of Story says, speculate the 2024 big characters. Who's next? We're always so eager to think about what's next. Let's just enjoy the what's now. Let's just talk about the what's now. But that is obviously going to be a topic on people's minds, undoubtedly. Right, let me put that a little bit slower down. How many we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who are we missing? Who are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just looking at Alexi. We're missing one person. Who is it? Tom. Oh, Tom was a bit slow. Okay. Oh, that's Tom's impression of Craig, is that? Okay, that's fair enough. It's a good impression of Craig. All right, we all in? Can I press the other button now? Ah, no, it didn't work. What the hell happened? Oh, wait, no, I know I figured it out. Lexi, hold strong, hold strong. Can you even see what's going on in Streamlabs? Okay, there you go. That would help, wouldn't it, people? All right, something's gone terribly wrong, though. Yeah. Something's gone terribly wrong. Right, fuck it. This will have to do for today. Streamlabs is messing up on me. Honestly, Streamlabs been playing games with me and I don't like it. If I go to that. So that one works, but it cuts someone out. Tariq's gone again. Why is that doing that? That's not, this ain't good, is it? All right, never mind. Maybe because I made it. Maybe because I made another page. Anyway, ignore it. Streamlabs is a stress if you couldn't tell. It's why everyone else on YouTube uses StreamYards. Now you know. Now you know. Right, let's go around the board. Let me go to Alexi first because he's standing there strong. Is that Alexi or is that Giant Man? Hello. He is. He is very big. Very, look at that. Oh, he's shrinking. Are we on top of a cupboard or something now? Ah, very nice. Okay, on top of the DTOF. Okay, I like it. We're part of the display. That's absolutely fine. Right, next to you, we got Adam, Batman, Moran. How you doing? Oh, fuck's sake. Adam, Batman, Moran, are you there?
I'm here. How are we all doing?
We're good. I'm having technical issues, if you couldn't tell, on this hot day while I'm sweating.
I popped a couple, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Alexi's in his collection room, and he did a great impression of a giant that you're never going to hear. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Alexi. That's on me. Right, let's go across to JC. JC, you good?
I'm good. Can hear you.
Good. Right, underneath, we've got Cloud. Miss Foxwell, how you doing?
Oh my god, I woke up an hour before the show, so I had to throw my makeup on. I didn't wash my hair. I'm a mess today. Oh my goodness.
Me too. It all mounted off my face. It's so hot over here in the UK. And then we got Kurt K in the middle.
Yo, Dan, how are you?
I'm alright. I'm just hot and Streamlabs is playing games and I don't like it. I don't like it, Kurt.
No, I'm in the same spot here. I don't know if the audio's gotten any better for...
No, the audio's back on. It was on my end.
I can hear you fine.
It's just on my end. It was on my end. It weren't you guys. Everyone's on mute, you fool, Rich told me. See, he's helping me even when he's not here. He's a good guy. Right, then we got Rush. Rush, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Glad to talk about a conversation that's never
This isn't controversial. Are you going to behave today, Rush? Right, you're going to behave today. All right, this is Switzerland. Try. This is Switzerland. This is neutral territory, all right? Everyone's allowed to have an opinion, whether you like it or not, okay? Each to their own. All right, underneath Rush.
I made you a promise.
Thank you very much. Underneath Rush, we got Tom. Tom, how you doing?
Bloody hot.
It is hot, isn't it? And it's UK hot as well. I know the Americans are going to show me their temperature.
So what's UK hot?
UK hot's about 30 centigrade, whatever that is in Fahrenheit.
Oh, that actually might be hotter. It's
91 here.
But with no aircon.
Ew.
Yeah.
21 here. 21 here.
Yeah.
Centigrade.
The UK ain't built for it. That's all. Like, as I said, I've had to close the window.
Oh, that's only 86 degrees here. That's nothing.
Yeah, these numbers confuse me. But as I said, I can't even open a window.
It's like every day in Florida.
And that's why I wish I lived in Florida.
No.
Yeah, but Florida's
That's
all air conditioning. You have no air conditioning whatsoever.
That's what I'm saying. We're not built for it. The country's not built for hot weather. That's all. So I don't.
Plus, I've been chasing a fly around this room for about the last 10.
I want a Netflix series of just Tom chasing a fly around his collection room, and it just keeps landing on figures, and he's like bashing them over and stuff.
The worst thing was I chased it around for 10 minutes. I couldn't get the bugger because he was just flying all over the place. And then I just thought, why don't I open the door? I opened the door and it went out.
See, notice how the flies are really intelligent these days. They know the way in and out of places. Just open the door and they're straight out of there. Right, and then last, do you know, Tariq, the last time we had you on was last September. So it's been a whole year.
It's been a while, yeah.
A whole year? Where have you been?
I've been watching. I've been lurking.
Okay, I don't mind lurkers. That's fine with me. That's fine. As long as you're still lurking and still watching. But you're good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, this heat is, it needs to go.
Yeah, it won't last long. It's in the UK. It's not going to last long. Right, because it's been a year, I've just got to ask. You haven't stopped collecting or anything like that. You're still dabbling. Nah. You're still picking up bits.
Yeah, I still get stuff. Okay. The last comic thing I got would have been the 2-pack, Shield and Hydra 2-pack. Yeah.
Oh, the females. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Right.
But yeah, I've been getting other stuff as well. Yeah.
Very nice. People in the chat would also like to see Tom versus Fly. I'm in. I green like that if I'm in charge of Netflix. Just Tom doesn't even speak in the series. It's just him and a fly swatter in his room. POV camera as well. Right, let's go. Go on, Tom.
I'll see what I can do.
Cheers. Just after the show, strap your camera to your chest and just run around for fly swatter for us. All right, we'd appreciate that. That would entertain me at least. Right.
Okay.
Let's just get into some pickups nice and quick, and then we can talk about Giant Man. So, Alexi, do you want to start as you're packing up? I'm assuming you're unpacking toys. So, you still got stuff arriving?
Yeah, I just got this McFarlane Azrael. Just kidding.
I was gonna say.
That was before. I stopped buying McFarlane. A real new pickup that I got in was this sweet Mafex Terminator. Let me see if I can get some light on it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got the T2 damage Terminator. Pretty happy with him. Looks really good. Everything you can expect from Mafex. Happy about that. And then another addition to my cap shelf. I got the Walmart exclusive Bucky Cap 2.0, Bucky Cap, Vulcan Cap, Bucky Cap.
That's the one. That's his official name.
And other than that, kind of a slow pickup week. I will yield my time to JC because I know he needs it.
Well, you're in the collection room. Does it feel good to like start fresh, like have that blank canvas to like rebuild and like? I'm guessing you plan on being where you are now for a while, so.
Yeah. Like it does feel good, but I've got so many empty spaces, like trying to fill spots where displays are going to be. I've got a box full of toys here that I need to empty out. I've got a box full of toys up here that I need to empty out. I've got boxes stacked of toys here. I've got boxes stacked of toys here. So there's a lot of work ahead of me, and I know it's going to be fun, but fuck, it's still going to be a lot of work.
Giving me anxiety, Alexi.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no.
If you need any pointers, just let me know. I'll give you some insights.
Yeah, get a pen and pad and just draw it out. I've genuinely got to empty this whole room very, very soon. Like, you have seen this room for plenty of times.
Yeah,
but, like,
so David and I are on the opposite side. We already had to do that, and I don't envy your task at all either because I know that's going to be difficult.
What's even more frustrating is that, like, I've only got to move it so they can put new windows in, and then I've got to put it back in. So it's not even like I'm moving location. I'm like literally just got to move it out of the room and back in. It's like very frustrating, very frustrating. But I don't know. I'm stressing about it, but at the same time, I'm going to use it as an opportunity to like reset my lights. I don't know if you can tell, this one fucking flickering light's doing my head in, but I need to get back there to fix it. So I'm not even going to bother until I have to empty the thing. So we're going to have a flickering light on the channel for the next couple of weeks until I sort that. But let's go across to Adam Batman Moran, who's in the Batcave himself. How you doing, Adam? What you been buying?
Yeah, I'm good. We'll start with. I broke my No McFarlane comic book figures rule, so I got a couple. I got the Hush Superman, which, as long as you don't look at the zombie pale face sculpt, then it's actually a pretty good figure. So I'm gonna win some of the criticism.
So when you say you broke a rule, have you created a new rule? Because you broke a rule and brought comic McFarlane. Does that mean you've created like a sub rule that you're only gonna get Hush McFarlane comic or something like that?
I'm only gonna get McFarlane comic book characters that don't require a superhero physique.
Okay.
Except the odd one that they do where I'm like, actually that Hush was alright, and I got to fill the gap until I get the Mafex Nightfall Batman. I got the Nightfall Mafex because I think it's all right. It's packed, so it'll do for now.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. People are saying that's genuinely the best McFarlane comic Batman so far. Anyway,
the others are, beyond dread. But yeah, these are the best two of those characters so far. So I'm quite happy with them, and when you've got them together, they look even better. Obviously, because they mirror each other's style. They look really good.
One second, we've got a super chat from Mr. David Evan and Smith.
David Evan Smith donated $4.99.
Friday's reading
Alexi, I pulled an all-nighter to set my Avengers in Cosmic Wall. Went to sleep at 8 a.m. this morning.
He says,
Can't sweat
Alexi,
smile.
he said, I pulled an all-nighter and set my Cosmic and Avengers wall and went to sleep at 8 a.m. this morning. So, yeah, he's been staying up late. He's got a big... He's putting collections in all places in his new place. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing that when that's done. Because he had, like, over 2,000 Legends at some point. So, that's a lot of stuff. He had to hire a team of people to come and help him move. That's how much stuff he had. Crazy stuff. What else you got, Adam?
The Legend pickups. So, mainly finished the Squadron Supreme. My top blur.
Four down, one to go.
Oh yeah, one to go. And again, even though it is ridiculous that it is because it's such a quick re-release, but one of my favourite of the year so far, just because of the head sculpt. And obviously I'm a huge Hulk fan, so yeah, the Joe Fixit. I absolutely love it. Great figure.
I'm very tempted. I don't know if I want it because it's much better than that crappy Gamerverse version. But at the same time, I'm holding out hope that we get the white tuck suit with Wolverine.
The rumor 2-pack.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, so I'm like, should I get that and then wait or just wait? I don't know. So I probably will. I probably will eventually. Anyway, what can I say? Is that all for Legends?
Yeah, that's it for now.
Very nice. Right, let's go to a man who's got a lot of stuff. Right, everyone get comfortable. Everyone make sure you're comfortable in your seat. Grab a drink. If you need a toilet, this is the time. Quickly go and come back, because I'm sure he'll still be going. But he showed me a picture, and he's got a lot of stuff, right? So let's get started. JC. What pickups have you got since last time we've seen you?
Just a few things. You're not here for a good time. You're here for a long time. So, so I figured I'd just set it up like this. It'd be easier today. Now, you got to remind yourself, I haven't been on it a couple times.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah, so we'll just go through. And I got like a makeshift thing holding up the phone here. So the first thing I grabbed and opened actually was yesterday. I grabbed the unrivaled Walmart CM Punk.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it took the sting out of not being able to order the Supreme one.
Yep.
I have the first one with the Larry hoodie and the long tights, but that's in the box. So I was like, I just need a guy for the shelf. And I have a second one on the way, so I grabbed that.
For some context for the chat, in case no one's paying attention, CM Punk has just been fired from AEW. Yep. So usually when that happens, the figures get a little bit more desirable on the aftermarket because we know there's probably going to be no more made. So yeah, the CM Punk figures, if you want to
Gina Carano,
get them, yeah, like that type of situation.
Gina Carano, yeah. He's not even up on eBay, which is shocking. I thought like pre-orders would go up on eBay. You know, people would be like, yeah, overselling it for like twice or three times, which I would happily pay for that Supreme, but he's not even up there yet. Another pickup I got was from Mike Hex.
I've heard of
him. Brother
him.
From the community. He makes these like custom arcades out of like the Fortnite ones, and so he made a Venom one.
That guy that knows every person on the planet.
He knows everybody.
He does.
It's insane.
He's like, don't worry, I'll speak to this person. I'm like, all right, Mike. Just knows everyone.
Yeah, he has the Hasbro and everything hookup, but this thing is unbelievable how he did this. So I got to find a place to display it, much with everything else, but this is pretty cool.
Very nice.
He also gave me a Dio too. It's not behind, but I'll send pictures in the group later because it's too big to put behind. But
shout out, Mike.
So look at that stuff. I grabbed Wondar from Mattel Creations.
Now that's the one that came with the bread back in the day.
Yeah, it's the Wonder Bread He-Man. So I've always wanted this, so I got him now. Because I'm a wrestling fan, I got the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and this thing is already shot up. I got this on Big Bad Toy Store for like $12 a week ago.
Yeah,
so
fair play on
really
Big Bad Toy Store for leaving it up at that price as well.
Unbelievable, yeah. So another Mattel Creations, Fangor.
Very nice.
And it's resealable, which I really dig when they do these packages. You can slide it out, put it back in. It's collector friendly.
Yeah.
So, a grill piece I grabbed. I'm into Mezco, so I got the Mezco PX exclusive Dark Knight Batman.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted this thing, so like it's in my collection.
How old's that now?
Actually, it's dawning on me now. Huh?
How old's that now? About a year old?
Oh, God, no. This thing's got to be since 2015.
Oh, wow. That old. Good, yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
One of the very first Mezcos they ever made, yeah. My Scarlet Spider finally came from Bayfex. And I freaking love this thing so much. So, glad I grabbed that. Let me see what else. Honestly, it's a shit ton. He-Man, New Adventures Skeletor. I've always loved the designs of the New Adventures of He-Man. The show is crap, but the nostalgia feels are totally there.
Was that like a 90s cartoon of He-Man or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I've not.
It was,
not
yeah,
seen it.
it was very early 90s.
Okay.
They tried to reboot He-Man and it didn't work out. Although Starship Eternia was amazing as a kid. I got Super 7 Destro for G.I. Joe. I told myself I'd get no other G.I. Joe other than Cobra Commander, but this thing was for half off in the store that I went by. And I was like, I'll pay $30 for Destro. I'm fine with that.
Super 7 figures, they're nice figures. They're just not always £50 nice figures or $50 figures. So when they're on sale, people eat them up.
Agreed. And then this came in after the last time I was on the stream, which is the Turtles 3 4-pack. And so I have all 3 VHS boxes now. Very, very happy. They're unopened.
I opened mine just to check out because I've seen people have QC issues, so I didn't want to leave mine unopened for so long that I'd never be able to complain about QC if I had an issue. And they are so nice, by the way, in hand. Like
they look beautiful.
Until you get them in hand, you don't realize how good they are. So nice.
Yeah. I just picked this up yesterday at GameStop, Ultron. So like, I'm in a Marvel mood, obviously, because of the Giant Man Haslab. So I was like, I need a friggin' Ultron, and I can't find the one with the Kirby crackle, so I grabbed the new one. Pleased with it. I got MJF for AEW. I got this right before All In.
The champ.
So that was timely. I'm just using your box representations right now. Joe Fixit. I had to get him. He's my stand-in for the new Fantastic Four. That's one of my favorite teams.
Okay.
So he's close enough to that look that I'll slide with it right now until they make like an actual, just in like a wife beater and jeans and boots. But this will suffice for now. And I love Joe Fixit. Who said that? But this figure is one of the best of the year, I think, for sure. I love the fedora head sculpt as well.
Yeah, Adam just showed it off. Really nice.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah, I am in complete agreement. Bucky Cap. This thing blew me away, Dan, and it was your review that made me get it. I was going to skip it. This thing's way better in hand.
You hear that, Hasbro? Hear that, Hasbro? They're not listening. They're not watching. They're not watching.
They should listen. Adam Cole to go with MJF.
Baby.
Hell yeah. Just picked this up yesterday, too. It was in my Target. Like I said, I'm in a Marvel mood, so I needed this for the Avengers shelf, so grab that. I'm going to open it later today.
Need that West Coast Avengers set now.
I only really dig the White Vision from the West Coast Avengers. I'm not the biggest fan of the rest of the lineup. So.
Okay.
But I do want an Avengers Crystal so bad. That's on like my number one of my wish list.
So do many.
So I'm glad it wasn't stuck behind a paywall. Batman 66, I finally got Batgirl. Needed this. So very happy with that. Superpowers McFarlane. I'm a sucker for this. This was the first toy line besides Motu I ever collected as a kid. My dad started me on it. So I got pretty much all these and then all the pre-orders. We're winding down, folks.
Rich M in the chat has just said, for anyone tuning in, we should all just point out that JC doesn't own a toy shop, but his career section on LinkedIn is shoplifting. So now we know.
So I got the Sinja, and the white one's going to be going up very soon. So I'm picking up like almost every day. So tomorrow I pick up Michelangelo the Wanderer. That comes in, so I'll be excited to grab that. Got the Retro Ghost Rider to complete my new Fantastic Four. So him and Joe Fixit came in this week. So I'll be happy with this.
I wonder if we see that card again. I wonder.
Huh?
I said, I wonder if we see that
card again.
I
don't know
again.
if we'll see that card again.
Maybe.
And then my lone McFarlane, I backtracked and got Batman Beyond because I'm a huge Batman Beyond fan. So, and I'm only keeping these in the box for the show. I just figured it'd be easier. These are going to get open. So
we believe you.
Not that crazy. Yeah, and then the last pickup, this one, I was super happy. I got the Mezco Green Ranger. The only thing that sucks is this thing's so good that now I think I'm going to keep my pre-order for the other 5 Rangers, which that's a hit to the wallet. But this thing is unbelievable.
I think it was Tom that showed that off and instantly made me want it. I'm not even a Mezco guy, but like it does look very, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the closest JDF head sculpt so far from any company, I feel. It's not fantastic, but it's definitely the closest.
Yeah. Very nice.
And yeah, you can see the pile is gone, so that's
What a
it for me.
pile. What a pile. Nice range of pickups. Right, let's go underneath then to Cloud. Cloud, what you got?
Complete opposite. One thing.
It's all good. Black Widow. Wow, that's a great Marvel legend. She's going to be up there at the end of the year with these top 10 lists.
Took Target 2 months to ship her to me after she came out. 2 months, but it's you guys know that I've been pulling away and being very picky with Marvel Legends. I'm very, very glad I decided to get this one. My preferred look is her gray suit with the jacket, which I have on the shelf, but this figure is just too nice. I love the short-haired look. This is probably the one I'll keep on her. I'm missing one of the smoke effects. It only came with one, but I'm sure I have a bunch of them somewhere, so it's not like the end of the world. But
sometimes you've got to rip those bags open and proper shake them, like they can get.
I was like smoothing them out. I was holding them up to the light to make sure it was not in there. I spent 20 minutes looking for it, but it's okay. She's great. More articulation than I expected. I remember knowing that she had this lower articulation, and then just completely forgetting. Like after watching reviews, I knew that she had this, and then it just, because it's so unique for her, so I was like pleasantly surprised to see that. She moves really well. She's well balanced. So, yep, that's my one. I don't really care for the long-haired head sculpts. Otherwise, solid figure. Very glad I picked her up.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm going to swap out some of my old Black Widow heads with some of them in there and utilize them all. Kurt, you got anything to show off?
Yeah, just a few.
Okay.
Not much. I was messing around on Amazon, just checking out prices, and saw this thing.
It's a rhino.
Yeah, like a Last Airbender or something.
I nearly got excited then. At first, I was like, "Is that a hippo? Hippo? No, it's a rhino."
$7. I had a gift card.
Oh, it does sort of work, I guess. Yeah.
Fudge and Mando there.
That sort of works.
Yeah, not bad. Got my Tuscan Boba.
Very nice. 3 3/4, of course.
Yep, and
look at Alexi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where he is.
There it is.
Yeah, and I'm not sure last time, but I got the set in, which is great. The articulation, the detail, really, really nice. But that's kind of been it. Of course, I did have one big purchase, but that's not coming for another year and change.
And for the people wondering, it is, of course, the haunted ship of Star Wars fame, the Ghost.
Yeah, so a little bit of trouble on that one. I got to sort out. But Michael helped me open up PayPal credit, and then it got screwed up. Hasbro screwed it up in terms of charging it, and they hit my credit card instead.
What? That would hurt.
No, bring toys to work. Yeah, he helped me move through everything. So fortunately, I got the cash to do it, but that means I got to move some other things around. So.
Yeah, that is that's frustrating, because you have that security blanket with PayPal credits. You got 4 months to clear it or whatever it is, and it just gives you that little bit of breathing space. But yeah, when it goes elsewhere, that's when you. I've been there, my friend. I've been there. Quinn comments in the chat, says, "Greetings from your friendly neighborhood comic shop. Hope you are having a terrific Sunday afternoon, my friend." Afternoon, Quinn comments. Afternoon. Right, nice pickups from Kurt, as expected. 3 3/4 Star Wars, and probably the biggest purchase out of everybody today. Let's be honest with that Ghost. Let's go across to Rush. Rush, what you been buying?
Hair of the dog too. So.
And a dog. That's a big pickup.
Hair of the dog.
Oh, okay. Go on, Rush, what you got?
Only got one thing and I was debating whether or not to pick this thing up, but glad I did, because man kicks is amazing.
What is that?
He's so much fun to play with.
Fortnite.
Yeah, but what is it?
Pancake.
He's pancakes. How Fortnite has love, things that are food based like tomatoes and bananas. His head is pancakes.
That is ridiculous. The New Day would love him though.
he's so much fun to play with, and my wife, thought he was hilarious as well. He's got a little bit of pancakes. His backpack is pancakes. It's just a fun figure.
Is his syrup 3X's? Is it 3X syrup?
It doesn't say. There's no. It just says. It's just a syrup bottle. It doesn't say
like an
anything.
Old West whiskey bottle, like 3X syrup or something.
Is that a
butter but it's just a fun figure.
Do you have any other Fortnite stuff?
I've got most of the food ones. After watching Foosh so much,
that's how I know.
Pick up, the hamburger guy. So, yeah, most of the food ones, some of the old Jada ones, but not much. They're off on the my fire escape display on side shelf. So, but that's it. Nothing much. So, next topic.
Damien says he looks like a handlebar from Brave Star. And then Eddie just says, I love pancakes. It's very nice, Eddie. I'm not a pancake guy myself, but the figure.
I would eat that figure up for sure.
I think I've got the Jazzware version of it.
Oh, they smaller scale though, right?
Yeah, smaller scale. Yeah,
very nice. Right, Tom, what you got?
I've got Little Leon.
Little Leon, I love that film.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah, great figure.
It's Natalie Portman, isn't it? Like her first.
It is.
Yeah,
they need to make an Natalie
Portman. Yeah.
She's like the neighbour.
He's cool, but I had to modify him a lot to make him like as good as I want him to be. There's no wire in the coat, so I stuck that in. The hat was needed trimming up, so it sat right on his head.
What year is that film? Is that 90s?
90s.
94, I think.
That's crazy that we get in 2023. You're getting a character from a film in 94.
That's third party, right?
Third party.
1994.
Yeah. It's great. If anyone doesn't know in the chat, it's basically Natalie Portman is a very young girl, lives next door to like an assassin, and they sort of befriend each other. So it's worth a watch.
Leon the Professional.
Yeah, it's like John Wick in an apartment block, I suppose.
But he's cool.
Very old man as well.
No, cool.
Yeah.
I've got the Justice League Joker, who's actually official. But it's from a really weird company. He scales perfectly with Mezco. He's pretty cool.
Is that Beast Kingdom?
No, it's... I don't even know what the company is. It must be a Chinese company.
Where do you find all these third-party stuff, Tom? You
have to look on like BC Toys Box or...
BC Toy Box.
So you're always showing stuff like that look really cool, but like that Leon thing, I didn't even know it existed until you were showing it off.
Been all over that, and I had no idea it existed.
Yeah, no idea. So I like Legend of Liquor.
For about 2 years. He even comes with a little carton of milk and a glass of milk as well. And one of my picks from last week or last Legends and Liquor came in. Power from Chainsaw Man. She's really cool.
She's got the blood effects or whatever her power is. What's her power?
She's got the blood effects. She's got blood hammer, which is back there somewhere. She's cool. She's not quite as well articulated as Chainsaw Man, but she's super well articulated, so you can get her in some cool poses.
I've just seen the trailer for the new Boys spin-off, that Gen V, and like one of the main characters in that has like a blood power effect.
Bloody Marie.
Yeah, blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my brain goes. Relevant.
Picked up this same as Alexi.
Very nice.
It's cool. I wish he came with a normal arm that you could sub out for that and a few more weapons and maybe another head. But a nice figure.
You got to get the other version.
Yeah, no, exactly. I almost only bought this one for this head sculpt, and I wasn't really bothered about this.
I got it for the thumbs up accessory, the one coming out of the lava. That was the only one I got. I was like, oh, okay, well, I need that.
If Mayfex did a John Connor and a Sarah Connor, that you could sort of build out that sort of core three, I'd be in.
Yeah, definitely.
But where
and a T1000.
Yeah, of course.
But weirdly, this one is bigger than the one from Terminator 1. It's like the one from Terminator 1 a half a head shorter. That. And it shouldn't matter, but I kind of keep looking. And when I put them next to each other, I'm like, man, that's really bugging me.
That'll bug me too.
And then last of all, I don't think I've got anything else. Is I made because I wasn't really in on Origins when they did the Eternia crowdfund thing, and I don't have the space for it anyway. But I did want this figure that they there was the figure that came with it, so I made a custom.
I don't think anyone has the space for Eternia, and if they said they do, they're lying to themselves. They just wanted Eternia, and they're dealing with the space issue later. But so what's his name?
This is King Grayskull.
And you made that yourself?
I made it myself. Basically, it's just the King Grayskull figure from Masterverse, the head from that, and the kind of gear that he's wearing on a Champ body.
It looks legit to me. If you show me that,
it looks almost exact. When you look at the photos from the crowdfund, it looks almost exactly the same. I'd say the crowdfund head is maybe a bit bigger because Origin's heads are quite large, and weirdly the first few waves of Masterverse, because of this, they were styled like the Revelation cartoon, the heads are quite tiny, so it kind of pans out all right. The good thing about this though is you get a wide cape with this one, where you don't get a wide cape.
It looks legit from here. If you showed me that and said it was a Masterverse legit figure, I'd be like, yep, looks like it, looks good. Bravo. And then Tariq, what have you got? Haven't seen you for a while, so let's go for a whole year's of pickups, right? What did you buy since last September? Let's go. Let's just buckle in. Let's go for the uncle.
I mean, to be fair, there's one thing I could probably mention besides today is I've got Lego Sanctum Sanctorum.
Oh, okay, nice.
I got that. Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's a great set. Super fun set.
Yeah, and the thing is about them is like, really, it's not something I'm gonna like open up, and it does have all the stuff that you can interact with, but it's just seeing it on the display really. So that's one thing. But Legends wise, I got Jimmy Woo.
Very nice.
And
card trick.
That's finished off my Khonshu, so I'm really happy about that.
Khonshu's a great fig.
Yeah, I had to look online because he wasn't available on. I couldn't find him on Amazon at all, so I had to kind of really look for somewhere that he wasn't like overpriced.
That wave benefited from having a great builder figure because it basically meant people were buying up those undesirable characters and made it hard to get. So I doubt we're going to have that issue with this new Disney Plus wave.
Yeah, I think for me, to be honest, the one from that wave that really stood out to me was Red Skull, and that's just because I didn't have one before, and he looked good. He came with a Tesseract, so.
Yeah, that What If Red Skull, you could sort of fudge into a comic display easily.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple use for that one, and I think once you get that one, you can just do a lot of scenes with the Captain Carter. It really helps. And then new ones outside of those, I got the Black Ranger remastered.
Very nice. You're going in on all of them?
Yeah, I have not got a Red Ranger ordered, so I need to find that. But the rest, I didn't order green because I already have a green. So for the rest of them, yeah.
It will pop up. Red will pop back up in stock when he arrives. I think they're due the 11th, which is tomorrow. So they'll probably pop back up in stock anytime now.
Yeah. I also, like, if I really can't get one, then it would be, I'll just fudge it with a different, like, there's so many reds that have like a form of the Mighty Morphin. So I'll just see what I can do there.
You'll be good. I'll help you find the red one. They'll be around for sure.
Yeah, thank you, man. And then I've got this one. It's a bit of controversy. I've got Sabine for the vintage collection.
Why is it controversial?
The helmet. So you see her head.
Yeah.
Really tiny. The helmet is quite big in comparison. Almost like it's not Black Series size, but it's like it's scaled and then scaled down from that. But because it's a removable one.
I can see Kurt's our resident 3 3/4 inch Star Wars guy.
There you go.
The Boba that came out last year, if you take this helmet and put it on that figure, it just about fits snugly. In fact, it's kind of hard to get off of this one. But if you take that one, well, yeah, that one it's like twice the size of her head. It's really bad.
And I looked at. You were gonna ask?
Is that like the character you need to complete your Ghost team, or am I making that up? The Rebels crew. She's in the Rebels crew, right?
Yeah, but they're gonna make a new one.
Okay.
So, should I say, a new version in TVC, but of the old Rebels TV show version.
So that's like a live action twist of it.
Yeah, this is the Ahsoka version.
Oh, okay.
And they have like basic figures of the Sabine from the previous figures, and that one also had a removable helmet, which is a bit smaller, but again, that one was really tight. So I think with this, they wanted to make the helmet not be tight and like force breaking.
Right, 1 second, Tariq. We got a super chat from a name you may recognise.
Donated $4.99.
Ryan
special guest coming.
D23 with
Send him
Giant
away.
Man.
1 second. Let's Friday read it out.
Onto
And I'll
stream
sort
to
this.
say hi and answer some questions if Dan sends me link via IG.
Do we even want Ryan Ting on the stream today?
Are you kidding me?
Do we even? I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'll send him the link. Yes, Ryan. Of course you can come on and talk some talk. You best have some good questions now. You don't let me down. Use my Dan Who representation. So right, let's find him the link. The show is called Legend and Liquor, so it makes sense, right? He's at D23, so he's in his hotel room. Or is he just on the convention floor? Showing off.
I'm gonna bring Kevin Feige on with him.
Yeah, bring.
That's actually here in Orlando right now, so he's close by me.
You can go by your
right
place.
over there.
Because it's a paid entrance, so it's an exclusive membership to D23. So I'm not part of that, but it's here in Orlando though.
They've not really made a big deal out of it this year. There's no like big presence from because they're not making films and stuff at the minute, are they? They're like sort of just focusing on other stuff.
On the parks.
Yeah, so right, Ryan, if you're watching, I've sent you the link, my friend, via Instagram. So jump on in if you can, because Tariq, have you got anything else, my friend, before Ryan gets on?
I've got one mini big guy, Chopper, chat back.
He's massive. What scale is that?
I have no idea. But this is an animatronic one. Really cool.
It would be pretty good if he could hoover your house. Do you know one of those Zumbas? But it was a Star Wars version.
There's a Hoover, a mini Hoover R2D2, USB powered one. But yeah, I'll turn this guy off. Yeah, he's really nice.
That's cool.
All right, very nice. Right, let me.
That looks neat.
All right, to be fair, we'd rounded out pickups really well, and we were genuinely about to get onto the Giant Man topic, so that worked out pretty well. Let me just bounce to another screen for a second so I can grab some images. Let me make sure I can get Giant Man up for everyone to see. Alright, here we go. So there's the Giant Man video, there's the Giant Man thing. Let me just sort out my page. That will do. That works out better, isn't it? You can see that now. There's Ryan. Look how lovingly Ryan is looking at Dwight there. Look at that. That's real love. Real love. Real love.
They made a baby.
They made a baby. They made a big baby. Made a giant baby. Made a giant baby. So of course, so we're going to have the pleasure of Mr. Ryan Ting himself coming on to join us to talk some Giant Man, which is perfect. So this gives us a quick second just to sort of recap what the main topic was today anyway. So of course, the Haslab got revealed on Friday afternoon over here in the UK, early in the morning for you guys in the US, and it is now over 24 hours in, we're over a day and a bit in, and it is just under 4K. If I go and have a look on Pulse, if I give it a refresh, just under 4K.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's moving slowly. So we're at 3,963. Okay, so that's where we're at. And I think Ryan is in the green room as well. He says, I might have to mute Friday for this because it's just going to get too awkward for a second. So Ashaholic, let me get the super chat from Ashaholic. Ashaholic, thank you so much.
Ashaholic donated 10 Canadian dollars.
10 Canadian, thank you so much.
Can we grill Ryan?
Can we grill?
Why Agatha Harkness did not come with Sparky. Hashtag missed opportunity.
No, that's not grill Ryan, but it's a fair question. All right, let me mute this. All right, and get Ryan in here. All right, so hopefully it works. Hopefully my green room will replenish with beverages for Ryan. Mr. Ryan Ting, are you there?
Hello.
Welcome. The Legends of Liquor.
I know. Long time viewer, first time.
Oh no. Oh no. But it looks like he's not at his hotel. It looks like he's actually at somewhere.
On the floor, yeah.
Yeah. Are you still there, Roy? Are you still there? Can you hear us still? Jump out and in.
First time disconnector.
Third time. Look, we've all been there. You've got to get it out. You got to put your cherry of the tech issues at some point, right?
Big does it every week.
That's true. That's true. I don't want to kick him out, but it might benefit him dropping out and dropping in. Look, it's fine. It's Legend of Liquor's the casual show. This is the casual show where we can all chill and figure it out as we go along. It's fine.
It wouldn't be Legends in Liquor if somebody wasn't getting disconnected.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, I started off muted, so don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's the show for it. It's a casual hangout amongst friends. It's all good. It's all good.
Their PR team said, "Cut the feed."
Yeah, Legends and Liquor. Get out of there. Yeah. Someone wrestled him to the ground.
Mike Heck says the green room snacks are too good.
Yeah, maybe he's went back in there. I told you, it needs replenishing. Right, we'll see if he can come back on. But yeah, right. If you're in the chat, people, it's a nice treat, isn't it? A nice treat. Someone who may know a thing or two about this project. What are the chat saying? I'm a little bit annoyed that my Streamlabs is broke on today of all days, but I guess it works that I've got this screen because it's going to end up with 9, isn't it? Eventually, so probably makes sense. Chris,
we did have
go on.
It confirmed that the knees are ratcheted. I don't know if anybody hasn't.
Yeah, I would want to know that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just the joints in general.
Yeah, that was confirmed by Dwight on Instagram.
Oh, it was.
Yes, yes, it was confirmed.
Oh, fantastic.
We're all good.
Yeah, yeah. Tac saying the same. He says, "Look like Craig, Ryan, Ting. How's your technology? They both got the same Wi-Fi connection." Let me see.
Yeah, it may be weird. The connection may be spotty where he is.
Yeah, probably on the floor.
The Fossil, who is a channel member by the way, says, "I'm just here for Ryan." That can't be true. That can't be true. The Fossil.
Yeah, okay.
Can't be true.
It looks like he's at one of the Disney convention centers. So if he's there, Disney's actually got some good Wi-Fi. But if it's during convention, everyone's on that Wi-Fi using it to send off the details to whoever.
All right, let's try again. He's back again. Let's see if he comes in.
Right.
Right, let's try again. I'll put him in.
Take 2.
All right, there we go. All right, Ryan, are you there? Ryan, are you there?
I'm here. Sorry about that. I turned the Wi-Fi off.
Oh, we thought a PR team wrestled you to the floor. We thought you're on Dan Who's. Grab him, take him down.
They got to come down to Orlando to tackle me.
I can see you've got.
How's it going, everybody?
I can see you've got something in the background there.
Yeah, fun little project. You know, this is day 2.
So what's the situation at D23? Like, have you did a panel and now is it just set up that people can come and look at it?
Yeah, so we did the panel with C.V. Cebulski, the Marvel Avengers panel, which was part of the D23 presentation yesterday afternoon, and then I set him up for a couple hours, but people were going to dinner and kind of leaving. So I came back this morning because my flight's not for a few more hours, and so there was a bit of a lunch crowd because it was a break in the presentations. Now everyone's back in the auditorium, and I'm gonna pack them up pretty soon to go back to the airport. But I saw that your stream was happening, and so I just wanted to come on and say hi.
No, we appreciate
it. If anyone had any kind of quick questions or thoughts, I'm here and I've got a little bit of time. So what do you guys got? What are your reactions? How's everyone feeling?
Solid offering. I think it's great.
Amazing.
You guys, it's doing well so far.
Look,
I love you. I mean, I love it.
Look, if you want praise, you've come to the right channel, all right? Because we like Marvel Legends around here. But what are the people at the D23 been like? Like, what of the? I always call them civilians. Do you know the people that ain't like hardcore into collecting, the casuals, if you will? Have you been getting comments from people as they see it in person?
Yeah, a lot of good feedback. This isn't really like a comic convention or a toy show, so it's a lot of just people who know Marvel from the movies. But everyone who's come by has been really impressed with it, and it's a big toy, and you don't really see a lot of these in real life. So they saw it on the panel yesterday when they were sitting in the audience up on the big screen, and so they've kind of liked seeing the new setup I have here with him holding Ultron today with the angry face. Yeah, and I've made up these little QR codes, so I'm trying to get everyone to scan the QR code to take it to the Pulse product page. So that's what's going on this afternoon here.
Right, you must be keeping an eye on it. We've just seen ourselves. It's just creeping towards 4K now, which is pretty good going with over a day or so of it gone. So are you feeling good so far with the initial response?
I try not to get too obsessed with the numbers at this point, although if you refresh it, but that's a quick way to kind of go insane is to keep refreshing it every couple of minutes. So I've been more just trying to, watch people's reactions, watch the podcasts, watch the streams, and hear what people think. And I think for the most part, I think I'm happy with the reaction. The figure looks good. I think most people think so too. And it's clear we're trying to do this campaign a little bit differently than the previous Marvel ones in the past. So that's us trying to do better, and always improve. So hopefully it pays off. But it's only day 2 or 2, 3 maybe day 2 I think. No,
2.5 in.
2.5 to 3.
Yeah. Now, I'm a Legends guy anyway, you know that, and I always say I want the best version of a character represented in the collection. So, like, the guy's called Giant Man, so he needed to be big, but then it's like that balance of, like, making sure he's not bigger than Galactus, maybe. Are these conversations that you also had with the team, as in, like, what scale should he be compared to the previous Haslabs?
Yeah, I think Dwight all and the dev team was of the opinion that he should not be quite as big as the Sentinel, just because the Sentinel is, this robot. So we did him just short of the Sentinel, but the Sentinel is bulkier. At the same time, we wanted to make him significantly bigger, right, than the 12-inch scale Legends that we did back a couple years ago. The Toy Biz figure was awesome, and that was about 14 inches. And so we wanted to kind of go a little bit bigger than that and be worthwhile. Because if it was only 18 inches, I think, that's kind of close to the Toy Biz one, really. So 24 was kind of the sweet spot. We certainly didn't want him to be bigger than Galactus, because Galactus is very powerful and eats worlds and all of that. And so Galactus at 32 was still going to be the king.
No, I think it's a good scale, as you said, like just on par with the Sentinel, but the Sentinel still beats him out just by a little bit. Can I be honest, Ryan? Can I be honest with the campaign?
Should always be honest,
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, my initial thoughts, right, when I first seen Giant Man, I was like, oh, Giant Man looks great. And then I was, like, bouncing through the pictures to see what else was there. Because I had it's my own fault, I suppose, for hyping myself up to see an additional figure with him. So I was genuinely surprised not to see another figure. Just based off previous Haslabs, I can only go off what we've already had. And every other Haslab from Marvel has had a figure attached to it. So I know you've already said your reasons why on the stream, which I think obviously are very fair. But that still, like, bugs me, because I'm like, oh no, we need a 6-inch version of this guy now. Like, we need to play with the scale, and we need a wasp, and like. But again, yous ain't idiots. Yous know this already, right? So can we feel confident that down the line there's going to be potential to get a Giant Man in that costume at the 6-inch scale, and a wasp to accompany him, etc.?
Yeah, I think those are the two no-brainer figures that I've seen people asking about and hoping to be released, And I can only speak from the Marvel Legends team's perspective, and not to say that every other campaign is going to run like this for the other brands, because they do what's best for them. I think we were just coming off of the last Engine of Vengeance. We wanted to have a better showing, and to show people that we are thinking about things and doing things differently. So I guess that's my way of saying, yes, those figures, we know that they would be a good pairing with this Haslab, if and when this Haslab is officially past the 10K mark, and then we can kind of get more into it. But that was part of the whole strategy, because the whole thing about tiers or even not even tiers, but things included with a base offering, it's like, yeah, you can put anything with anything, but it costs money and it takes resources to do that. And so this was just a change in strategy, and it allowed us to keep that $199.99 price point, which is something that was really important to us, just given the landscape and a lot of other type of things that we know collectors have been considering or have purchased in recent weeks and months. Not just our little Hasbro universe bubble. Like, I'm a collector of other things as well, and so I feel that kind of constant pull of prioritizing, and so that's why, right? Like, if you want certain figures, and though you're able to purchase them later, you can purchase them later, but you're not forced to do it up front. And I say forced with, air quotations, right? Because no one's forced to do anything, but you're giving options. And to me, I think options are usually preferable to not having an option to get something, right? So that's kind of where my head is at.
Yeah, I've genuinely seen more positive than I have of anything in regards to that choice in particular, because one, you're keeping the price down, and then two, you're also, like you said, not sort of making a figure exclusive to a high ticket item. So I do think there are positives. It's just that I think we ourselves hyped ourselves up too much for what a Haslab has been in the past, I suppose. So it's just new for an audience perspective as well. But it doesn't mean it's wrong by any means. It's just a new approach, like you said. And I think people are going to be happier in the long run that they're going to be able to track down these additional characters and accompanying pieces without, as you said, being attached to a high ticket, high price item, especially in the current collector climate, like you alluded to, other companies making bigger items at the minute, and it can get expensive. And at the end of the day, people just want to get what they can and what they love. That's why we're here. Is it okay if I ask some questions from the chat while you're there? Just a couple of quick fire ones.
Yeah, let's go.
So Jamie Gitchard, shout out Jamie. He says, are you coming to MCM this year? So a Hasbro coming. Can you bring Giant Man, please? I'd like to meet him.
That's a long journey. I don't know.
I'll look after him. I'll take him for a drink when he gets here. I'll get him some fish and chips. We can go and watch a football game. It'll be fine. I'll look after him.
I hope to come to MCM again sooner rather than later. I think the last year I was there was 2018, maybe, I want to say. So it's been too long.
So might see you or even Giant Man later in the year.
Ryan, we'll take Giant Man for a British pint. It'll look amazing.
Yeah.
We'll take a British pint.
You could probably hold it.
Look, there's a promo image right there. I'm sure Hasbro wouldn't approve, but
there's some promo for you right there.
Let's have a scroll down in the chat real quick.
That's on brand for Hank Pym to have a giant beer in his hand.
Jay's Toys Collection's got a good question. He says, could we get a skyscraper cutout on the back of the packaging to use for diorama or photos? So, of course, this project isn't going to happen until it hits 10K, but do you have early concept ideas or conversations about what the packaging could be if the project comes to life?
Not yet. We haven't finalized the packaging, but I mean, I think it's kind of funny that people are calling for that when there was a cardboard kind of thing that was
the bones, right?
But,
it was the bones people didn't like. They were fine with the cardboard. I'm joking.
But no, we did for the Galactus Haslab the reverse of the box. That was it was just a scene to try to put Galactus against, and so. Yeah, maybe we can look at something like that. That's an interesting suggestion to take back to the packaging team. If and when, right, we have to start working on that.
Of course.
We're not quite there yet.
Of course. We've still got, 30 plus days still. Plenty of time. Am I assuming you'll take this to like New York Comic Con and you'll talk about it more at PulseCon and just all the obvious places, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
PulseCon, September 22nd. I've got promo here for my friends at the Pulse team. Hulk is advertising PulseCon, so we'll be at PulseCon talking Giant Man, and New York Comic Con as well is currently the plan. That's October 12th.
Some nice comic and MCU reveals for PulseCon?
Trying to think. There will be reveals. I forget which ones exactly.
Breaking news, everyone. There will be reveals at PulseCon.
There will be reveals. It'll not just be Dwight wearing silly helmets.
He should. He should wear another helmet though. That should be a theme for
Giant Man mask.
Yeah.
That's a question.
So tune in September 22nd.
Rush has got a question.
Hey, Ryan. Just got a quick question. I know you guys have stated this, but in a lot of the Facebook groups, people are still under the impression that there's going to be more than 2 tiers. And they're withholding, backing or not because they want to see if there's something more. I know a lot of places have said that there's only 2 tiers. Can you confirm with the Haslab right now that there's only 2 tiers and people should not hold out?
Yeah. To follow up from that, I did a poll in my last stream and just says, are you backing it? Yes, no, and not yet. I'm waiting to see what else. But I made that question before it was even revealed. That was before I knew what the tier reveals were or anything. So like, if the campaign does well, like in the past with the Sentinel, where am I right in assuming the Tri-Sentinel head was something you added during the campaign because the Sentinel was doing so well? So could we see something like that happen if this hits its target sooner rather than later?
So currently, and what we kind of planned out from the start, and our goal was to be open and transparent with all the tiers from the start, which is again something we haven't done previously with Marvel. For the other campaigns, we would release like one tier at a time, and that's just how the Marvel team has done it. Other teams has done it differently for different reasons. So yeah, at this time, guys, it's just the 2 tiers. That's what we have. We've called the numbers. So when those numbers are out there, it's 10, 12, and 14. And so that's all we have. I mean, I don't know what's in the future, but that is like, we wanted to show everything up front, all the cards on the table. We were hopeful that fans would recognize and see that this is worth $199.99. And with the 2 potential kind of additional pieces for zombie and Skrull versions, but that's kind of all it. I know people are going to speculate, and that's kind of what makes the Legends community great and fun to be a part of. So there's going to be speculation, but that's kind of all we have built in right now.
I just think it's collector's mentality, isn't it? It's like, what's next? Like literally something just gets revealed, and people are already asking, what's the next Haslab going to be? And it's like, we've just started the campaign for this one.
It hasn't even made it yet. What are you asking about?
Yeah. So I think what we're asking there, Ryan, is what's the next Haslab, please?
We said it. We joked about it on the stream, but it was the truth. You know, with Jesse Falcon, like, we don't know what the next Haslab is, and we have to see how this one does, because there's a couple of different lanes for Marvel specifically of the types of items, and I think we've got a couple of concepts that have been talked about previously, and we want to start thinking of new ones as well, and so that has yet to be determined.
Would you ever put something like the Haslab project up to a fan vote? Do you know, pick 4 or 5 potential ideas and then putting it onto a fan vote for what project actually gets the opportunity to come to life?
That's an interesting angle, and I believe Mattel Creations is doing that with their their Motu line. I haven't been following that too closely, but I know that there is some sort of vote going on for that. The thing with those is the company needs to be pre-vetted on all of the concepts, right? Because you don't know which one is going to win. So you have to do like 4 times the development almost, at least to the upfront concepting stage. That's something I'd like to look at, but then it's kind of like, I think there's a lot of pressure on the voting mechanism to how do you legitimately track votes? Is it like 1 vote per person? Like, this is just me thinking off the top of my head, like, because you don't want certain people swinging certain votes certain ways, like not legitimately, but like assuming that the mechanism could be worked out. That is a cool angle. We were the first ones to do a packaging kind of vote, I believe, for Galactus, where we were working with John Tyler Christopher, and he had 3 different layouts. I think G.I. Joe did, right? Like with the Hiss tank, they did like a vote on which color kind of trooper version. So everyone's kind of tries new things here and there.
Yeah, I just think the Legends community, you know what they're like. People just love to stir the pot, and it's like, if you give them the option, then it's more the ball's in their court. It's like, okay, you pick this, now make it happen type thing. It would just be an interesting experiment with the community for sure. But I do have a solution. Just give us Dan Yoon's personal phone number, a pen and a pad, and we'll just ring him up, and he'll just take votes just one by one. It's fine. Yeah. It's all good. Is anyone else in the chat here got a question for Ryan before he goes and continues with Giant Man? Yes, Kurt.
Hey, Ryan, I just backed the Ghost. I'm more of a Star Wars guy, and Dan and everybody else here on the screen has gotten me into Marvel Legends, certainly over the past 2 years. But I'm wondering, it's a similar question to what you just answered, but, the Ghost went over almost 5,000. And there was some hope that even though there was no announcement, that there might be a throw-in. Is that another approach, right? Like, I know you said you got your tiers and all that, but let's say you went 4,000 or 5,000. Is there a breaking point where you guys could say, oh, hey, by the way, congrats, thanks, here's a small wasp or something?
That's challenging, just because so much upfront planning kind of goes in to it, and then to change things in kind of any direction is very tough. And so, is something impossible? No, but it is very challenging, because there's a lot of stakeholders in these types of projects. It's not just Dwight, Dan, and myself, right? And so any decision anyway needs to be approved up and down by everyone. So that's all I can really say about that.
That's fair.
The chat are asking how come Agatha Harkness didn't come with Sparky the dog.
So dark.
No, fair enough. We tried, people. We tried. Just a caveat onto what Kurt was saying about the mini wasp. I do think if you do eventually give us another wasp or another Ant-Man at a different scale, make sure you're packing the little ones as well. We're overdue some littler versions. We've got an epic Avengers display at the minute, and we're just missing some updated mini ones. Okay, so give us a wasp with a mini wasp. Perfect accessory. Just putting it into the universe. Putting it into the universe.
Noted.
JC, did you have a question? Sorry.
Hey Ryan, how's it going? I just wanted to praise the campaign and say it's a great follow-up from the last one, and go Patriots.
Oh, that's right. Week 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
Week 1, man.
I'm just gonna pretend I know what that means. Anyone else got a question here? Adam has. Sorry, Rush. I'll come back to you in a sec. Go on, Adam.
Who's your favourite Ninja Turtle?
Raphael, is that even a question? He's the best one.
Yes, good answer.
Look, that's
thank you.
Super Churt in the chat knew he was setting me up for failure there, but it's the wrong answer. But we'll allow it. We'll allow it as it's your debut. Rush, did you have another question?
Yeah, since you guys are going to be discussing the next Haslab, with the failure of the Engine of Vengeance, which, by the way, all of us here loved the Hell Charger loved all the tiers that came with it. Has that turned off the thoughts about maybe doing another vehicle for a future Haslab, or are you guys just going to stick to characters?
Just saying, Rush speaks for himself and not for everybody. Just putting that out there. Okay, continue.
Yeah. No, nothing's off the table in the future. I think, again, this is my view, but I think different brands kind of have found their lanes, so to speak. And so you look at just this year, right? G.I. Joe knocked it out of the park with another classified series 6-inch vehicle. Star Wars, another 3 3/4-inch vehicle. Marvel, we went back to a bigger, larger Marvel character. And I think Jesse said it on our stream that Marvel is like really a brand about the characters and celebrating themselves. And so that's kind of where Giant Man ended up, but that's not to rule anything out. We just need to really be careful, because kind of once you decide what you're doing, it is a very long process of development. And then to get a campaign ready, to work with all the teams, to get the prototypes and the assets and the digital renders and the launch plan, and making sure that you've got marketing milestones like a D23 or a New York or San Diego, right? Ghost was at San Diego, and we'll be at New York Comic-Con. Like, everything needs to kind of line up. And so it's a very long process, but we'll leave no stone unturned in the types of things we propose.
You ain't got the guts to do a 12-foot long Blackbird for the X-Men. You ain't got the guts. I dare you.
Don't incite me, Dan.
I
Just
dare
want to
you.
let you know that Dan speaks for himself, okay? Dan speaks for himself. He's not representative of the whole here.
No.
We all think you have a lot of guts.
No, I'm joking. No, Ryan, honestly, Giant Man looks great, really does. I hope it gets backed completely. For me, I say this all the time, it's all about world building for me. I'm not an articulation snob as such. I just want the character to look like my mind's eye. That's always important. And I know you went for the classic look there. Was that a conversation you had amongst yourself as well, between what costume, the modern one and the classic? As the scroll head, for example, is for the more modern outfit, so you're sort of blurring the lines, but I think for a display it still works. Of course it does. But was that a conversation you had where you decided it was a better option to go more classic?
Yeah, we had that option. Dwight and team looked at all the different options. Other like the 12-inch Giant Man from several years back from the Comic-Con exclusive set was in that more modern look. But given that it was the 60th anniversary of the Avengers this year, and we're doing sort of updated versions of kind of your mind's eye so like Hawkeye, right, the Black Widow, the 20th Captain America from last year, these are all kind of what I would think are your most iconic level. Yep. And this one we ended up on, which it's not technically his first appearance suit from the comics, because the way it was drawn in '63, like it was a very baggy looking costume. So yeah, like you wouldn't really want that necessarily, but still just like the harness and the colors and the stripes on the head and the antenna, like that was what we were leaning into. And I have all the the 60th Legends kind of here, and I think he fits in with these types of characters.
He looks great.
Right?
That was the impact when if I jump to this picture real quick. I don't know if you guys can see it. Where is it? There. That's what really drew me in. I'm glad you put all the characters on the table to really show his sense of scale and how big he does look with the rest of the team. I genuinely do think he looks really good. I don't think anyone can really dispute that the figure doesn't look like a good representation of Giant Man. Like, people can maybe say that's not their favourite costume or whatever, but for what it is, it ticks the job, doesn't it? It looks like a good bloody Giant Man. So
brilliant. Just as a figure, he looks brilliant.
I was sort of saying
it has sculpted zippers. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I was saying it's like the Spider-Man sort of the Renew Your Vows body scaled up as such. Not quite, but nearly there with the articulation on the figure. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, it's taking all of what we think are the best parts about modern articulation and just growing it up in size. So that's pinless knees and elbows. It's toe articulation. It's the 2-part torso with the diaphragm kind of up top, and also the crunch down there. People are joking or razzing me about my focus on the fingers, which is fine because I know it's kind of ridiculous, but the fingers are differently articulated than Sentinel and Galactus, which I think is cool, because again, having more options is, to me, better than fewer options. And so the fact that you can do now even more with his gloved hand.
I think it's stupid that people get mad at a factual statement. It's like me saying, it's like you saying the Haslab is under $200. That's a true statement, right? You saying the hands have 39 points of articulation each. That's a true statement. So I don't understand how people can get mad at you just speaking the truth. It's like people get mad at me going, the sky is blue. It's like, no, it's not. It's like, no, but it is. It is blue. Like, what's this conversation about? So
I didn't say it's way under $200.
Exactly.
Right?
Look,
exactly.
I'm just saying it's a factual statement. It's under 200. Like, it's virtually £200, but technically you're not lying. So yeah, I don't know why people get. I think people after last year, I think people were just they were waiting for something to cling on to, but at the end of the day, I think it's overall a solid campaign, and all the reasons you've picked or said for what you've not give us figures for, they're all, everything from your perspective, from what you've explained, seems fair to me. And at the end of the day, I think people love Marvel, people love Marvel Legends, people just want to add to their collection. And obviously value is really important this day and age, because it's not just toys that are going up, everything. I think I went to the shop with $3.50 to get bread and milk the other day, and it wasn't even enough. I had to come back and get more change. It was ridiculous. So my point is, everything's going up. So I'm happy to see a Haslab at this price point, and a character I actually want as well. Like, I do think it's a character we're missing as well. You've slowly went through all the Toy Biz builder figures now. Most of them are there. I think people in the chat were asking for a giant apocalypse. Maybe that's on the card in the future if you continue down the character sort of vein. But I think there's only maybe a handful now of Toy Biz builder figures you've yet to redo. Not all of them need Haslabs, of course, but yeah, hopefully you tick them all off eventually. But Ryan, I don't want to keep you any longer than you need to.
Yeah. But I want to say, thank you guys. Your Dan, your channel, and your everyone here is kind of Legends collectors, and that's great, and we appreciate the support. If this campaign is for you, that is awesome. If it is not, then hopefully the next one will be. And just that, we did try to think a lot about this and take some thoughtful, changes and approaches. Now, not everything you do is going to be the best success in the world, but we tried. And so I just really hope that kind of comes through. And yeah, well, it's going to be a busy 40 days, but that's what we're here for. And yeah, best of luck to Hank here.
Yeah, I like Hank. I don't know if you noticed on this channel, but we like Hanks on here. Just before you go, just throwing it out there, the chat are screaming at, well, not I say the chat, one person, Tanner, is shouting evil Turkish Spider-Man, so I just have to say that before you go. We need a wave 2 for the X-Men 97, please, all right? I don't know if you've noticed, but Beast was missing that from that first lineup, so we need Beast. Okay. Rich would also kill me if I didn't say Jubilee, so all right, so wave 2 of that, and we look forward to PulseCon and all the reveals. All right, good luck with the campaign. Hopefully it happens, and you get home safe. All right.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, Ryan.
PulseCon.
Bye.
Let me know if you need a ride.
Well, there you go, Mr. Ryan Ting making his debut on Legends and Liquor. What episode are we at? Episode like 62 or something like that. So to be fair, I never ask because I always think time zones are too inconvenient. But that was very kind of him to hit us up while we were live. So thank you very much to Ryan Ting for coming on and chatting. Just honestly, I felt like that was a conversation. Do you know what I mean? We're just talking, we're chatting, and we got some interesting tidbits there. And like
that was cool.
Yeah,
that
good.
Was really cool.
Rich says I can take my hand off the unsubscribe button now. Oh, because I mentioned Jubilee. There you go. See, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Sorry, Damien. I never said Big Wheel or Hippo, but Hippo's a pipe dream.
We could sit there all day with him saying this figure, that figure, though.
Yeah, I didn't want it to turn into too much of a love fest because obviously we're all people that genuinely like it anyway. So, but at the same time, there are things that I felt were worth talking about, and I think we had I asked him very candidly about the figures, and that was one of my biggest criticisms was like, why don't we get figures? And I think, again, you don't have to agree with his reasoning, but I think for me, from my perspective, it seems like a fair reason, and I don't know. I see his point of view. Is my point.
Let me just also say, it's. Do you want the figure? The value will be there. Like I've spent near $200 on much smaller items, and maybe they have a lot of accessories like hands and heads and stuff. But the base figure that you're going to display, maybe like here.
I need to put Friday back on. Sorry, the chat were going mad. I didn't want to awkwardly explain to Ryan. Sorry, Ryan, shut up. While Friday talks. Do you know what I mean? So
shut him out.
Yeah.
These guys are like $150 each. So $50 more, and you get this massive Giant Man figure. If you like it, then the value is there.
Jay made a great point yesterday about the Mondo figures. They're about the same price, and they're smaller figures with more accessories. Look, the point is, everyone spends their own money how they want. The perception of value is in your own eyes. Do you know what I mean? It's completely up to you how you spend your money. So if you genuinely think it's too expensive, then that's absolutely fine. You're allowed to think that. But everyone's allowed their own opinion here, and what I don't like are YouTube channels telling you you're wrong when you don't agree with them. Like, that's what I don't like. But I don't want to be that channel here. Like, everyone's allowed their own opinion, and we can all have a civil conversation. It's all good. Like, Tanner doesn't support Chelsea. He supports Tottenham. We should be enemies. But it's fine. We're friends. We can be friends. We can have other interests. Right. Anyway, Ryan's jumped in. Obviously, that was a nice surprise. But I am aware of time, so I do want to sort of quick fire this go around with you guys. So of course, we're talking Giant Man. Let's give it a refresh. See if it went over 4,000 here. Nearly 30 away from 4,000. So I don't need to recap what Giant Man is. You know the score. We know the tiers. We've just had the man himself, Ryan Ting, come on and talk about it. It is 24 inches in height. I think the scale is really nice. So let's go around the board and just see your initial thoughts on this. So my questions are, do you plan on backing it, first and foremost? Do you think Giant Man looks good? Like, the figure, is it a solid representation of Giant Man? Is it the version you wanted? Would you have preferred a modern type thing? And how do you feel about the price point? Are you comfortable at £200? Do you reckon it falls in the right place? So any thoughts on Giant Man? And we'll go around the board here. So we'll start with Alexi up top. Alexi, what do you think? Have you got room for Giant Man on that new display over there?
Yep, I got the Avengers display going up right now, and I'm probably not going to be able to fit Giant Man in that little cubby.
You got a year. That's a problem for future Alexi. Don't do a J on us.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah, I can expand the roof of this or something. I like him. I definitely back that ass up, and I think it looks good. I think they did a really good job with keeping it straight, keeping it simple, not including a lot of other figures like Ryan said, that people feel like they have to back Giant Man so that they can get him. It was a good pivot from their usual strategy. It was unfortunate to hear that Ryan and the rest of the team feels like their lane does not include vehicles, because I love vehicles, and I'm with Rush. Like, I really wanted that engine of vengeance, but c'est la vie. And I'm honestly surprised that you didn't ask specifically for Giant Man to come on a retro card. But
it would be. I told you, I've run out of wall space at this point. I genuinely wouldn't have the room. To be honest,
well, you want to cover up that window.
It's true. That's true. Amanda will kill me though. Honestly, the one thing that's bugging me is not getting a wasp and a smaller giant man. That's what was bothering me. 'Cause I want to have that perception on the display. So I just needed to. Again, I'm sure it's already in their head, but I just needed to remind them that, like, come on now, give us that giant man, that exact same giant man at the smaller scale. So probably won't be until next year, of course. Now, if this Haslab happens, but we shall see. Adam, what do you think? Are you in on giant man?
I wasn't at all. Like totally disinterested in a giant man. I've never read any favorite like Marvel story that I really liked that centered on giant man. And then I listened to your stream, the mind the bloody Haslab video. I listened to your stream where you were talking about it before it was announced, and by the end of the stream, I was like, I really want a giant man figure. I really feel like I need a giant man in my collection.
He's an essential part to the Avengers, I think. Ant-Man's in Avengers 1, Giant Man's in Avengers 2. That was just their story choice. But Giant Man is an original Avenger, essentially. Hank Pym is an original Avenger, so it's just a different form of him. So I do think if you're building a classic Avengers team, you need him, right. I think. You don't need... no one needs anything, but you know what I mean. I think it will look good.
I mean, I feel like I need him. No, I feel it's...
Well, now you've met Ryan Ting personally, I think you have to get it now.
Now he and I are friends. Not to buy one. And then when I saw the campaign, as a figure, so just as a figure, regardless of the character, I think the figure itself looks really, really good. I like the shading that brings out the musculature and the body. I think the articulation looks really good. I really like this new idea about the face, how it swaps out under the mask. So I'm intrigued to actually see that in action and see what it works like. I think $199 is a really fair price for that, and I really like the fact that they've gone down the route of just thinking, well, is the value there just for the base offering? Like the tiers are amazing and getting the extra stuff. I like all of that stuff, but is the value there at the base price for the base offering? And I quite like that they've done that. And yes, I think it is. Jay's point about the Mondo is a really good example. You know, he'll easily pay in excess of 200 at times for a Mondo figure, which are much smaller. So getting that with that articulation, I think it's a really good deal.
Nice. And if it hits all its marks, you're going to get accessories with it too, essentially.
My only drawback is that within the last month, I've bought the first Marvel Haslab.
That's true. That's true.
So it's kind of like, shit, I'm now buying two.
Well, now you know not to make that mistake and miss out on it. Now you know just to get in on the ground floor.
Yes, I'm sick of overpaying on the secondary market, so I'm not. And because I've got 3 Detolfs, Galactus in one, Sentinel in another, it would look a bit daft if Giant Man wasn't in the
Cosmic
third. So...
Avengers, X-Men. That's 3 themes right there. You're all good.
Really, I just need to do it.
Yeah, really good. JC, what about you?
Well, I took up a lot of time initially, so it's just yes across the board, all 3 questions for me. I had to look at it. The base offering, if there was nothing, no bells and whistles besides the 2 faceplates, I still think this is worth the money. I mean, I collect Mondo, I buy Hot Toys, and those values aren't perceived anywhere near as close as getting a completely tooled, super hyper articulated figure. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me, so I backed it. The only thing I'm remiss that Alexi didn't get to do his Giant Man impression for Ryan. But I did have a thought, and it just, like, as soon as he left the stream, I'm like, shit. What if he or Hasbro would consider doing, like, Hank Pym in that costume, but a deluxe 2-pack of, like, Hank Pym in a 6-inch and a 12-inch?
Ah, I like it.
That would be fucking amazing to, like, just dovetail it with the Haslab.
Even if the Haslab gets greenlit, like it hits 10K tomorrow, like if it's still a year out anyway, so there's still a whole year of planting the seed of them getting ideas to them anyway. But just think, they work so far in advance. The template of 2024 is already out, like they've already mapped it out. So any new ideas will be creeping in the tail end of 2024, I guess. So.
Yeah, so that question about, like, if you would do, like, multiple options for a Haslab for a fan vote, I think that would work against us in time frame because they plan this stuff out so far in advance. I think it would delay like getting a Haslab even longer than we would normally get.
Well, again,
so I think that would probably be one of the things.
It depends how far they want to go into development before they ask the question to the audience, I suppose. Like, of course, I was going off what Metallo recently doing with Masters of the Universe. I just didn't want to say another company's name to the man, but he said it himself, so it was fine. But I like that idea, and it's also the community is so fussy about what they want. You're giving them the like, okay, you tell us what you want, and we'll do that. And then the ball's in our court, I guess, as a community. But we shall see. Cloud, what about you?
JC, remember, JC, remember that when Sentinel came out, we got the House of X-Wave with it. And then when Galactus was releasing, we got the Fantastic Four retro carded figures. So it's something that they do look
have,
into.
Like, a yellow jacket for some reason. I really do.
Look, Ryan can't say yes because he's just not allowed. But he's basically saying, look, they're the obvious choices. So he's basically telling us these figures are coming. So we're all good. We just got to be
Great point, Ryan.
Yeah. Go on, Cloud.
I'm not backing.
Okay. Get out of here. Like... Ryan Ting was just on the stream. Do you not know? You were sat right next to him. I'm joking.
If Legends was primarily what I was collecting still, even though I do not have a spot for him in the collection, I have no idea where he would go. I would back it and then figure it out later. I think it's great. Solid base offering. It's very simple. They laid everything out. This is what you get. There's some extra stuff if it does well. $200 is a fantastic price. Like I was saying earlier, I've spent close to that on much less, doing import figures and stuff. So I think he looks awesome. It's classic enough, like that classic inspired design. Like you look at this figure, you know who it is. Regardless of the scale, you know what you're looking at, which I think is excellent. Size is awesome. It's a little bit smaller than the Sentinel, so he'll still look very imposing. He'll have a presence in the collection. I think it's going to do really well. The fact that it's nearing that 4K mark so quickly, it's a lot better than. Do you mind?
Have you been? What have you done? What
you get down? Police coming after you. They're coming
it's because you said you weren't backing it. They heard.
I'm not backing it.
They're coming right.
We live right by a firehouse, so there's always shit going on. But he's even. I mean, even as somebody who's not collecting, he's tempting me. But I'm also still very salty about the last one. I always will be. I love my Ghost Rider. I like that they didn't do extra figures with this because, again, perfect example. Last year, our chances of seeing Mephisto, our chances of seeing the Goblin Queen are like minimal at best. So it's really cool that for somebody like me who's not backing, if they put like a yellow jacket into this figure and I couldn't get it because I wasn't backing, that sucks. So I get their reasoning. I agree with it. For what it is, it's awesome. Even as somebody who's not backing, I think this thing is fantastic.
Yep, good. Kurt, what about yourself?
It looks great. I think the whole program's wonderful, and I think the price is right. I'm, kind of in between, having done a couple other big things, so I got to navigate those waters. That's really my situation. I think I just have one question for you, right? And this is kind of where I was going with him. Haven't just finished, right? These are the two characters that we missed on that. And the thought was, well, maybe, you went 4,000 over. You were only making changes or additions at 3,000. So would it have killed them to throw this in after the fact? Hey, congrats. So now, come next year, right? I'm going to go out and buy these two because they're going to have that mural card. My question for you, Dan, or for anybody else is, you're going to spend this, which or how many additional, full wave of additional characters you're looking for? And then financially, what does that mean?
We have a majority of them already.
Yeah,
there's only a couple missing.
He's an Avenger. Like, we genuinely already have. And because of the outfit they've chose, it is a classic inspired, but it's not, like Ryan said himself, it's not like his first appearance or anything like that. So it blurs the lines. And I think, and I've said this on my other stream, you can build a team around him. Like, you can pick your preference of your favourite. Like, it may not be canon, but again, it's your collection. It's your display. You create your own rules. You can have any Captain America you want to stand next to him. It may not be accurate to what was on a comic page, but it's your display. And I just think it's going to be up to everyone to do that. I just hope Hasbro keep giving us the options by making sure they get a Wasp out to us. Make sure they give us a yellow jacket. Make sure.
And that's really my question. Where does it stop for you personally? Is it Wasp? Is it Yellow Jacket? Is that enough? Because then I like the fact they're not hidden behind the tiers and all that, and I support that entirely, right? Because you might not get them, but you got to add that on when you think about it.
Yeah, just think of the amount of legends I buy anyway, Kurt. It's just another legend. Honestly, like, I'm not bothered. It's just another legend. Like, I'm gonna, like, 2020. How many legends came out this year? And I'm still trying to backtrack. You can't keep up. Like, you just can't keep up. But as long as I think the big three for me, and I'm sure people will agree here, is a Giant Man outfit at the 6-inch scale, a Wasp, and Yellow Jacket. I think those are the big three that I think we'd like to accompany this Giant Man, because then you can build other teams off the back of that and stuff. So that's what.
So then the total cost of it is really closer to $275.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
That's how they've kept the price down, isn't it? That's by not giving us the figures. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just am looking at the bottom line.
There's going to be some people out there that just want Wasp and not Yellow Jacket. So what happens if Yellow Jacket was the first tier and Wasp was the second tier and they never got to that? Do you know, it's always going to be difficult to please everyone. And I think this is the safest route. It's a safe Haslab, let's be honest. It's a safe route. It's cheaper. No figures for anyone to complain they can't get them, like we're currently still doing with Mephisto, like we are. I would have liked a Mephisto, we never got it, and we're still complaining about it. So it's a safe Haslab at the end of the day.
They're treading very carefully.
Yeah.
I think to be fair, the Sentinel was 350 and it was, and they're almost the same size, and it came with 2 figures. So it's not like we paid $150 or £150 extra and we got 2 extra figures. So it's not like you're paying like that much more and you actually get
Tom,
that amount of figures extra.
You're forgetting about these really, really expensive electronics. Do you not see the light up chest on our Sentinel? That's an extra 150 right there alone. It lights up.
I guess.
I press that all the time. I use that.
I don't really care about electronics. And I know there's an argument that, like, it's a simple.
I am only joking, by the way. I think that's
I know you
are.
But it's like, for me, it's like I'd rather just get the big figure and then decide which small figures come with it and know what I'm paying for those small figures. And I'm not saying Hasbro is screwing us out. We're screwing us out of something by doing the Sentinel at that price, because I was perfectly happy with the Sentinel price. Anyway, I'll let Rush speak and then I can.
And my last thought is, I think it really is a great plan and a great program, because I'm one of those guys who does both lines, and I think even back to back, it works out financially for me, and then I can push if I want to add. I can push that off to next year.
Ryan said Ryan even said just then he was aware of everything else going on in the community. Like, they know they literally did their campaign a day after a £600 Ghost. And they're well aware that people collect Marvel and Hasbro. So obviously they have these talks behind the scenes of who goes first. Do you know what I mean? So it was clearly a conscious decision for Hasbro with the cheapest Haslab to go last, because it's less painful, I suppose, if you are going all in. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, Rush, let's throw it to you. What do you think of Giant Man?
Okay, with all the controversy last year, I gotta tread lightly with this.
Okay, be nice.
When it comes to Giant Man himself, it's an awesome figure, awesome price. Am I going to be backing it? No, just because, unfortunately, I'm not big on Avengers. I have the red and black costume that's similar to the San Diego Comic-Con 12-inch one. That's one that I prefer in my collection. I'm not a big fan of the first appearance or the earlier classic look of him. Although, again, this price is amazing. But for all of you guys that are backing it, you guys are shills, man. $200 for a 12. I mean, if you really want me to get into it, you guys are paying $200 for 24 inches.
Rush.
For just $100 more.
You need to make.
I got 12 feet.
That is ridiculous. That thing is ridiculous. Talk about
realistic eyes. Look at that. He's just looking at you.
That thing is ridiculous. You should make your own YouTube channel, by the way. You should make your own YouTube channel, go off on rants like that, and for your YouTube will blow up, because there's a portion of the community that love that shit. So go for it.
So that's what you replaced me with, Rush.
That skeleton is creepy. I'm glad if Kurt wasn't here right now on stream to be a witness, I'd be concerned. I'd be like, what have you done to poor Kurt?
If this says a reference, like, this is you.
God.
And it's only $100 more. I mean, shill spending $200. But no, I'm joking. Guys, I am joking. For anyone that tries to clip that and use it, I'm joking. If you get the Giant Man, I'm happy for you guys. But unfortunately, no, it will not be going in my collection.
The thing that's freaking me out, Roger, is blinking and everything.
Realistic eyes, man. Plus, you Haslab do that.
That's true.
Where you're sitting, it looks the same size as you. So when you got up and walked next to
it looks like an AI. Do you know, like the sheep AI that WWE do at the minute on entrances? It looks like Rush has got an entrance and WWE have put in a shit fucking virtual reality skeleton behind him. That is freaky. Okay. Well, I'm surprised. Do you know what? I'm genuinely surprised to hear you're not getting it. Like, I just thought, I just wrongly assumed that you'd be getting it for some reason. But again, it proves even
right
Rush.
Now, it's a no. I haven't. As of right now, no. I may change my mind. I've got 45 days roughly. So, but as of right now, no.
Okay. Over to Tom then. Tom, what do you think of the Giant Man? Overall thoughts?
I love it, and I backed it within the first 15 minutes.
And you're someone who didn't think you were
in any of it, and I was critical of the price. I understood that other people liked it. I wasn't a big Ghost Rider guy. I thought there was a general trend of Marvel Legends stuff going up too much at that time. I can't believe this is $200 because I said in the chat the other day, I said I thought it wouldn't be less than $275, and I would have paid $275 for it, whether we'd hit the tiers or not. So, because I always thought I want Galactus, I want the Sentinel, I want the Giant Man. Those were the three that I wanted. So I am more than happy with the price. I don't really understand people saying that it's too expensive, but everyone's got an opinion.
Of course. Yeah.
So I'm good.
Do you think it's the right or the safe play as well? And for you personally, are you glad that they're not attaching figures to this to keep the price down, and also gives you the option down the line to get those additional figures that complement him separately?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't mind buying them afterwards because I think that they probably are baked into the price at the beginning, and they're hoping that it hits targets. But that's understandable because you're selling less quantity at the beginning, and they're a corporation that wants to make a lot of money. So I understand this.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me this toy company wants to make money? Oh, for fucking hell.
Can you believe it?
Oh, I'm shocked.
What a concept.
What
a concept.
I thought...
So all these people go, it should be cheaper. They've got a license fee to pay. This is the best price I could ever imagine it being. If someone had said, 2 or 3 years ago when they did the Sentinel for $350 and you can get Giant Man for $200, I think everyone would have jumped to that price. So it seems like off the back of the Engine of Vengeance, there are a bunch of people who just want to crap on everything that Marvel come out with.
People are pissed off that this campaign looks pretty overall positive and looks decent and there's value because they wanted to bitch and moan about it. People were literally slobbering, waiting for something shit to be revealed, and they're all now just trying to clutch onto straws. And again, everyone's allowed their opinion. You're allowed to hate it or think what you want, but I think the general consensus from what I've seen is it looks like a solid base offering, and that's what.
I mean, the only thing that's shocking me is that it hasn't funded already. But it's slowly jotting along, and I'm sure we'll get there in the end.
Yeah. It's crazy how the G.I. Joe ones go within a day, done, funded, and then this one is again, I feel like an A-list character. He's in the Avengers issue number 2. It's Hank Pym, for God's sake. So he's a big character, but yeah, it started off slow, but again, plenty of time. And like Ryan said, there's going to be all these conventions showing it off, and I'm sure the buzz will get out there. So we shall see.
I don't know if it's the disparity between what a lot of people recognise in the movies to how he looks on the page, and they can't. Some people are like, well, that isn't my Giant Man. So I don't know. Maybe they would have done better with an MCU one, but that's fun.
I don't think so. I think they would have done worse with an MCU.
Yeah,
genuinely. And I would have been someone who would have been fine with that too, but they wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have backed MCU. Yeah. No way.
Yeah, I wouldn't have backed it either.
There you go. That proves your point. proves the point.
I think one thing that's fighting against this Haslab is, unfortunately, there are other versions of Hank out there. So again, we have the San Diego Comic-Con 12-inch. We have the original Toy Biz Build-A-Figure. It's if this was Galactus or Sentinel or something, this was the first time they were putting out this character all together, you'd probably have better chances. But unfortunately, right now, if you're thinking that they do have other options,
but they did the Sentinel and Galactus.
Well, yeah, but again, it's like you can't really get Sentinel 6-inch or Galactus 6-inch, but there have been multiple.
You're not wrong. There's options out there for all the Haslab characters are characters that have already been done. So there's options out there, but I just think it's undisputed saying that the Haslabs are better representations of those characters. But again, everyone's collections of their own. Like you yourself, Rush, you just said you were happy with the other Giant Man. 1 second, we got a super chat from Air Extreme.
Air Extreme 21 donated $5.
Thank you.
The only problem I have is this is more of a $200 Giant Man pre-order instead of an Haslab project.
Again, that's another point of criticism that I don't disagree with. A lot of people are saying this didn't need to be a Haslab at £200, and I agree. It could have just been a pre-order, but it's not. So it's what it is. What can we do about it? So yeah, Eric Stream says
we've had other Haslabs that are cheaper than this one.
That's true.
So it's not like it's the cheapest Haslab. There have been multiple Haslabs cheaper than this.
The thing is, none of us know what goes on behind the scenes at Hasbro. Like, is this an extra item on top of everything else they plan out for the year? That's why it's a Haslab, or again, none of us know, do we? It's all speculation. But Eric Stream says the only problem is that they have more of a £200 Giant Man pre-order instead of a Haslab project, and I do understand that point. But again, all good. Let's go to Tariq then. He's been patiently waiting. You've not been collected. We've not been on the stream for a year, Tariq. You've just met Ryan Ting in person. Now you know him personally. We were invited to his next birthday party. Are you getting Giant Man? What are your thoughts?
Well, so I didn't get to back the Sentinel.
Yep.
I didn't get Galactus. Galactus I thought was really cool, but I didn't see the value for being in my collection at the time.
It was a £400 item. It's expensive.
Yeah, but saying that, I just got the Ghost. So it's one of those things.
It's your flush. You got money. All right, stop showing off, Tariq. Stop showing off.
Oof. Almost in the trenches. But yeah, I think with this one, I'm gonna back it only because it's gonna be my first Marvel Legends Haslab. So I got the Razor Crest and getting the Ghost. I was down for the Ghost Rider one, but yeah, I think in terms of the actual which Giant Man they went with, and maybe Giant Man as a character anyway, I think it makes sense because you guys already have the Sentinel, you already have Galactus. You need someone that's kind of in scale to be fighting them. Maybe if you want to do some photography with that, I would have preferred not an MCU one, even though MCU is like my main thing with the Legends line. Maybe the Ultimates, Avengers Ultimates, based off the animated movie. It's like an orange and red suit. Maybe that. But I wouldn't see that working because most people that are on the Legends line, they want the classic.
I don't even know what you're about. Yeah, I wouldn't even know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I think even if they were to do an MCU one, the only way I could potentially see that working is if it had like electronics in the helmet and stuff like that. But again, that would mostly be targeting people maybe in the Hot Toys community or something, not the main Legends community, because the price would be high.
Hot Toys are not even 24 inches, though, are they? Hot Toys are like the 1/6 scale. So Hot Toys are about 12 to 14 inches, I guess. So even this is bigger than a Hot Toy. So double the size, if that. So,
and then I guess in terms of like the figure thing, I mean, I'd love to see maybe some 6-inch, 12-inch, anywhere in between of other Ant-Man related characters to just go with it, even Ant-Man, Giant Man himself, just so we have that over the next year, the year after even. I think that'd be cool. I don't see I don't think they needed it for this. The price is good. 200, just under 200. I think that's perfect for what it is.
That's a true statement.
But I can see where people look at it as like, oh, it's too much, because we're used to seeing Haslab as like a bundle or something in some cases, not all cases. So like when you look at it, it's not really as much of a bundle, even though you get the two, you get the head and you get the faceplate. It's more of just the figure itself.
Yeah.
But with the price, you can't really complain if that's what you want. If you want the figure, then the price of it isn't.
The figure's not be. This is the thing that people are, I think, misinterpreting. And Ryan's he's just told us these are obvious choices. People are assuming that because we didn't get the Wasp or Yellow Jacket with Giant Man, we're never going to get them. Look, he's basically telling us we're still going to get them. They're just not a part of the Haslab. So we're eventually all going to get these characters we want anyway. Just got to wait a little bit longer, that's all. But as collectors, we're in that mentality of what's next. Like we started off this stream with Damien saying, "Oh, what's next?" It's like, of course we're going to have those conversations, but let's just take a breath for a minute and focus on what we've got. Giant Man hasn't even funded yet. We still need that to fund because it still needs to fund to happen. Like we're talking like sometimes I talk like it's actual happening, but not yet. Yeah.
And even with the knee joint, so you say that's got the ratchet ones from Sentinel, Galactus. I assume that's on the Haslab, and they can't use that for like a mainline release.
I think
because of the scale.
Yeah, they can't use Ratchet on 6-inch. Maybe they could, but it wouldn't work as
But
good.
like if they were to do this same size but just outside the Haslab, I don't think they could because it's under that Haslab technology. Maybe so.
Maybe
it's only done for the scale because of the weight it's going to put on the knees. They're going to buckle. So a 6-inch figure can use the standard joints and not have to worry about that because they weigh so little. So you wouldn't need to use it. You could absolutely make ratcheted joints. I have that kind of scale figures that have had those, like Revoltech. Some old Revoltech figures have ratcheted joints, and it's unnecessary. So that's why on a bigger figure like this, it makes a lot of sense because of how heavy they are standing on their feet to put those ratcheted joints so they don't slide over time. But a 6-inch, you wouldn't need to.
I think with every high produced action figure, there's going to be QC issues. It just is. But I never had any issue with my Sentinel or Galactus. But that was my experience. Someone else may have had a negative experience. It's just, unfortunately, these things happen. And hopefully, that's what customer services are there for. But I think they've learnt their lesson with the knees and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It was, again, we've stretched out Group 1. A little bit unintentionally, but I'm sure the chat will forgive us, as it was a nice cameo from Mr. Ryan Ting making his debut on Legends and Liquor. So thank you for the chat for being so patient with us, and thank you for you guys as well. So let me go around the board and let these guys tell you where they can find you online. Let's start up top with Alexi. Alexi.
Yes. Giant, your boys got toys.
Put it back on the floor because I feel bad because it was muted at the beginning. The people need to see this. There you go. Do it again.
Wait.
He's Gru!
You can find me on YouTube at Your Boys Got Toys.
Oh, he's so big. He is massive. Follow him. Your boy's got toys. Link in the description. Adam, Batman Moran, where can people find you?
You can find me at Ryan Ting's new best friend. Or you could just try figurecave.collectables on Instagram.
JC?
You can find me on Instagram at jchesh343. And you can always find me lurking in Target, hunting Legends and everything else.
Now, do you feel like you can open some of these toys you've been waiting to show off now?
Yeah, I've been opening them during the stream.
Good.
Enjoyable.
Enjoy. Underneath you, we've got Cloud. Miss Foxwell, where people find you?
I am on Instagram at cloud_network. And then here most times.
Of course. Links in the description, remember. Every single person's Instagram is in the description. No reason why you can't follow them. And don't go anywhere, by the way. We're doing this again with Group 2, and we're racing ducks, all right? Buckle in. It's a long show. I'm going to have to get another drink. Kurt K.
NJDubsFan33 on Instagram, and hanging out with all you great folks. I appreciate being here all the time.
Always welcome. Always welcome. And Rush and his new skeleton friend, who is very impressive.
This is Shill, by the way. His name's Shill.
Shill the skeleton. Where can people find you and Shill?
You can find me at Instagram, collection_rush, and probably within the next hour or two, I'm going to be stalking around Disney property to see how I can get a nice new Haslab giant man.
He's in the state. Take that skeleton with you. And beat him.
He's 15 minutes from me.
Get in the car, drag that skeleton, and prove to him you've got the bigger skeleton giant man there. But I like Shill. I'm going to call him Shilly. I like that name, Shilly. Right, nice to make a debut. We got Ryan Ting debut and Shilly's debut on Legend of Liquor. What a day it's been. Tom, where can people find you?
On Instagram at Mini Plastic Multiverse. And on Joe's and Juice sometime.
We will be back after PulseCon. After PulseCon, my friend. I do apologise. Hopefully we'll be reinvigorated with lots of new reveals. Yes, after PulseCon. And then very good to have Tariq back after a year. Again, I went through the archives and found out it's been a whole year since Tariq was here. Tariq, are you going to be at MCM this year? Are we going to see you there?
Yeah, I'm going to come down.
Ah, beautiful. See you again. Our annual meetup there at MCM. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll try to be on some more Legends of Liquor as well. So
good man. Well, tell the people where they can find you online until then, and check out your music as well. Tariq's
Yeah, exactly that.
very
So,
very talented musician. About to say magician then. Do a trick. No, musician.
Like from Zatanna. Yeah, so Tarek Music on Instagram and then on YouTube at Tarek.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Links in the description to all these guys. Right, give them a wave. Get out of here. I'm going to go and grab an extra drink. If you're in group 2, start sending me a fresh DM and I'll get in. Right, these guys can all drop out. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Enjoy your holiday, Dan.
Thank you. I've still got another week of work, but next weekend I'll be off. Right, right. I'm going to go and get another drink.
October.
Thank you.
Wear
Yes.
sunscreen.
I will. All right, they're going in the background. I'm going to go and get another drink. So chat, don't go anywhere, all right? Don't go anywhere. We're going to do all of this again with Group 2. Let me just give a quick shout out to Group 2. It is Jamie, Craig, Tac, Jay, Christopher, Gerard, David, and Rick. That's Jamie, Craig, Tac, Jay, Christopher, Gerard, David, and Rick. And let me just apologise for the delay. Again, Group 1, we sort of had a little invasion by Mr. Ting, but I'm sure you'll forgive. So yeah, long Group 1, but Group 2 are going to come in and we're going to race some ducks and talk Giant Man again, all right? So you guys send me a fresh DM. Woof, I'm going to go and get another drink and wipe my brow. I'll be back in a second. Don't worry, we haven't crashed. Sometimes the video is a bit temperamental, but we're here. We are still here. Right, let me get this link out to Group 2. I will come and say hello to the chat if we've got anyone jumping in late. That's absolutely fine. Legend and Liquor has become one of those shows where you know you're in for the long haul. Right, I'm sending, just so everyone knows, on record, I am sending Craig the link first, okay? Sending Craig the link first. Let's see if he's still the last in. We're about to find out. Right, Jamie's got it. So's David. So's Christopher. So's Jay. So's Tac. So's Rick. DM for Jared. And I think that is your lot. I've just seen an Instagram from Tanner saying ask for evil Turkish Spider-Man. I thought you were out, Tanner. What are you doing in my chat? I thought you were out with your brother. Go and have a drink. Right. The green room is filling up. Let me jump to the chat and see who's still lingering with us. Okay, I've pinned Tariq's music YouTube to the top of the page. Go and please support the lad. Go and support the lad. Good music as well. I used to make music and then I retired, become a grumpy old man to talk about toys. But let's still keep the music alive. I've pinned it to the top. Go and give it a subscribe. Right, who have we got? We've still got Greg Finstad, Eddie, Prophet. Shout out to Prophet, by the way, who was messaging me earlier, helping me solve the mystery of how you clip those bloody bubble troubles to those gliders. That does take a little bit of modern. There is a little bit of work to be done there. It's not as simple as you would hope, but he has made them look very good. Logan, the Fossil, Silver K says whoop. Smack that like, y'all. Yes, please do. Please hit that like button. Much appreciated. Eric Stream showing love as always, saying hit the like as well. I appreciate that, people. I appreciate that. Mike Hex is still here. Thank you, Mike. Danny's playing with fire. By the way, go get your own shitty sidekick. What fire am I playing with? What have I done? I've done nothing. I'm behaved. I've behaved. I don't say nothing sarcastic. The detached brick is still here as well. Thank you very much. Tariq did talk about some Lego, so there was a little bit of Lego talk. It was a little bit. Caleb is here as well. Is that California Red Devil with Super Chat? I think it is. Or channel membership token at least. Right, there's 6 in the waiting room. How many have I sent the link to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who am I missing? From group 2. Well, we'll figure it out in a second, won't we? I'll do a register. Hanging out for group 2. What up, Dan? Her hobbies. What up? What up? Brings toys to work is still in the chat as well. Okay, now there's 8. Right, let me unmute Friday for a second. Friday is now unmuted. And California Red Devil says, Dan, nice of you to pretend you don't talk to Ryan every week. Don't forget my Blink 182 duck. Friday is fired. Oh, sorry. I did turn Friday off while Ryan was on, to be fair. I'll have a look for it. Hang on. See if I can find it. I'll replay it. There you go. I'll replay it just for you.
California Red Devil donated $4.99. Congrats on a great Haslab, Ryan. Dan, can I get a duck named Blink 182?
Yes, you can. I'm writing it down right now. Eric Stream. I've missed a few super chats, I know, because of this. Eric Stream, you get an extra duck as well. Extreme, right. I'll have to come back to that at the end. Right, now we've got 8 in the waiting room. Let me go and get them all in. Sorry about the lack of beverages. I think Ryan Ting get them all up while he was in there. Right. Accept all. Right, this should all work nice and easy now. I'm glad I set this page up before I started the stream, because we had 9 people on the first stream, and also my other page doesn't work. Does it still not work? Let me check. No, it still doesn't work. What the hell is going on here? That is not how Legend of Liquor is meant to look. But I'll go back to this. Right, let me open this. Thank you. I'm just taking a sip. Okay, now I'm ready to go. Right. Jared up top. Jared, how you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm all good. Now I've opened another drink. I'm in a much better mood. Right, perfect. Next to you, Mr. Mark, Tac.
I'm good, Dan. Hi, everyone. Craig, did you notice Ryan Ting's got your and my technology? That's exciting.
Yeah, it's contagious. It's contagious.
You need to find a new provider. Yeah. David, Evan, and Smith, all 3 of them are making their debut in the brand new apartment. And look at all those DTOFs behind him. How did you get them there safely? Look at that. You have set that display back up in record time, my friend. How are you feeling?
I was motivated. I needed to have something to back me up on the stream. But I'm damn mad at you because you gave me an option of what group to be in. And if I had known Ryan Ting was going to be there with his waving around his 24 inches, I definitely would have chosen group 1. No shade to group 2. Love you all. But damn, I feel like I missed out. Now I have to follow that up. How do we follow up Ryan Ting?
I always give people the preference of what group, but people are very kind and they just let me sort it out. And I try and have a nice balance of UK and US. I also try and take into consideration if anyone's got kids and whatnot. So again, they are mainly random. So I do apologize. I had no idea Ryan was coming on. I think if I knew Ryan Ting was coming on Legends and Liquor, I would have maybe told people a little bit more. So it was a nice surprise for the people that were here. For the loyalists of Legends and Liquor, it was a nice treat for you guys. So yeah, so I do appreciate all of yous for being very patient with me. But don't you worry, you will still get your time. I'm not going to finish early or anything like that. We're going for the long haul. Right, underneath David, Evan and Smith, we have Jay from Jay's Toys Collection UK fame. I subscribe to this guy on YouTube, so should you. Jay, how you doing with a nice fresh trim?
I have a fresh trim. Yeah, I was getting too hot, so the hair's come off. But I've had the toy sweats today because my daughter started to take a liking to the Mezco and the Mafex collection.
Ooh.
So she was articulating things. I was like having an absolute panic, but nothing is broken.
How old's your daughter?
She's 9.
Okay, so she's at a decent age where she's probably asking the right questions.
Got to start him young, Jay. Start him young.
Yeah, no, that is scary though. It is scary. Go introduce her to like a crappy McFarlane. Go, yeah, look at this great McFarlane figure. Just distraction. Distraction is key. Then we got Rick. Rick, how you doing?
I'm great, Dan. How are you?
How's everything? We're all good. We're all good. Good to have you back on. Right, let me keep going around and we'll come back to Giant Man. Next to you, we got Mr. iPhone, but I know it is Craig's Nostalgic Collection UK. Craig, how you doing?
Does it literally say Mr.
It just
iPhone?
literally says iPhone. It doesn't say Mr. iPhone. That would have been funny, but it just says iPhone.
Well, you know, you've changed your layout, Dan. You've thrown me all off.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. It's fine. It's fine.
And I was on time today.
To be fair, I did give you the benefit of that. I sent you the link first, and I waited until 8 people were in the green room, so no one even noticed.
That's all right. At least we're all talking and not on mute.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Look,
look,
it's a hot day. Started off slow. Who's this? Your boy is...
Yeah, boyish Cano donated
$10.
David and Alexi sitting in a tree. DISPLA Ying Dan. On my way out, I saw Ryan pocketing snacks from the green room.
Okay. Your boy is K enough. It says, David and Alexi sitting in the tree. DISPLAYNG. Dan, on the way out, I seen Ryan pocketing snacks from the green room. What a bastard. What a bastard. Look, he's got to get a plane home, hasn't he? He just wanted something for the trip. Right, underneath Craig, we've got the King. The King is here. All rise for the King. No, not really. Everyone sit down. It's Jamie. Jamie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all good. I like your Sonic t-shirt.
Thanks. My brother bought it.
It's a good t-shirt.
Last Christmas.
You've got a very generous brother. Can I adopt him as a brother?
You can have him.
Oh, thanks. Send him my way. You've got Jamie a great present. Hopefully we'll see it in pickups today. And then last, but absolutely, he is not least. He is first in my heart. It is Christopher Allen. Christopher, how you doing?
Doing really good. How you doing?
I'm all good, my friend. I'm all good. Thank you all for being very patient with me and Group 1. To be fair, I don't really like Group 1 that much anyway. You guys are my favourites, all right? You guys are my favourites. Right, let's start and get into some pickups.
I've heard that before.
Let's start up top with Jared. Jared, what have you got to show? Anything new?
Yeah, I've got another mixed bag. I feel like I've said that every time I've been on, but I got another Master of the Universe Origins, which is King Hiss. I nearly have all the original waves, and it's getting harder and harder to find them online now. So he was on Amazon there last week, so I just nabbed him while he was there.
Very nice.
But it seems to be getting more and more impossible. Like, I can't find them anywhere. And then I got a couple of G.I. Joes. See, Snow Job came in, which is an amazing figure.
Who doesn't like a Snow Job?
Yeah, absolutely. He is pretty epic. Pretty cool. And I got an eel, but I spent crazy money to get this eel because my local store that I get my Joes from got him in on import. I think it was €50.
So that's the Cobra eel, isn't it? Yeah, it's sold out everywhere. Yeah. Really going up on the aftermarket.
Yeah, so I came across him back. My Chun-Li came in. So that's the first wave complete out for the
very nice
Street Fighters.
Still don't have a damn one. Star Action figures. Bloody hell.
Then I've completed I got my Starlight in for the boys, which is a nice figure. I've seen people complain about her head sculpt, but she looks great.
I've not opened mine yet. I'm waiting to have a little bit of space to get them all open, but I am excited about it.
Yeah, they're a gorgeous wave. And I got my battle damaged Ernie. I used to have the Hot Toys one, the DX13, I think it was. It was a special edition one. It cost like crazy money or whatever, but it was an amazing figure. That was the best figure I've ever owned, just in detail. And it's as good for them. It's like it squashed down, you know. It's actually it's a really good representation of him. Like, and then my final pickup, while I was getting him, I got Cyborg from Justice League.
Is that the Mafex one, the new one? With Ah, very nice. Yes, very nice.
That is an amazing figure. I've been playing with him all weekend. He's sitting on the desk with me here. I didn't think I'd like him. I actually just got him while I was getting the Ernie. I was like, I saw him and I had a couple of glasses of wine in me. I was like, I'll get him as well.
That would always help.
Superman.
Yeah. That always helps. So, that's the second release one without the mother box, and he's got the faceplate, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He does look very nice. Does look very good. Yeah. Out of the original sort of Justice League or Zack Snyder Justice League, here's the one Mafex I don't have. So I need to backtrack. Oh, look at who it is. Look at who it is. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Doom Customs.
$50. Hey guys, caught ya.
Quite simply just says, he pays $50 to say this. Hey guys, caught ya. Doom Customs, you were far too kind, my friend. Thank you so much. A little surprise for Group 1. You missed it, Doom Customs, but Mr. Ryan Ting himself popped in to talk about Giant Man. So make sure, if you're a bit late into the stream today, you go and check out the replay for that nice little surprise. Maybe I'll do my best to see if I can get a surprise guest on for Group 2. Let me see if I can message someone. Let me message someone now.
Dwight. Dan Yoon.
Yeah, get Rich on with a hat on. He can be Dan Yoon. Yeah, full cosplay.
Yeah, that's definitely not what I was just doing, Jay. Just ruining my plans. Right. Is that your lot, Jared?
That's my lot. Yeah.
Nice little mix there. Nice little mix. Some not cheap figures either, by the way. Showing off a lot of Mayfexes there. Your boys got.
I don't know how we've ended up with them.
Your boys got toys would appreciate that for sure. And thank you very much. Your boys got toys for the super chat as well. The Streamlabs done it. I'm assuming it is him because it is your boy is Kenoff. Kenoff? I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, he loves changing his name.
He does. So does Shorty Eeny Meeny Shorty Weenie guy. I can't remember who that is. But I have no idea who that is. But anyway, here's Mark Tac Tac.
Hi everyone, yeah, it's me. So yeah, this week I've got Kamakura, which is in the collection, and I got Torpedo G.I. Joe Classified.
Did you show that off just to wind up Jay? Because Jay, I know he hasn't got one of them yet, and I know he needs one. And so far, the 2 for 2, I'm showing off Cobra Eels.
I am very
eels. Got a neon neither.
No, yeah. Well, keep your eye on Kapow, because I reckon Kapow will get them in. You know, I've got a sneaking suspicion, but Kapow might be the place to get them. But yeah, on the G.I. Joe theme, got Copperhead as well, and then just the Blue Ninjas, Dan. So that is my because that was from Comics and Cocktails.
They were sale, weren't they? Yes, I should have done that. Have they changed their sale now? Damn, I should have done that.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. The sale's over now, yeah, but
they sold out really quick.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Sold out really quick, yeah. Craig's right, yeah. But that's it. That's my
pickups. The army builders.
Very nice. Well, it makes sense for the co-host of Joe's and Juice to show us some Joe's. So
absolutely, they got the shirt on as well, Dan.
There you go. Look at that, repping. He's repping.
Hey.
Right, over to David Evan Smith. Now you've been moving, but I know that doesn't stop you from buying toys. I know it's not going to stop him. So you've got something, surely, right?
No, honestly, like
what?
I was moving. I have to slow down.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Because it's gonna deliver to the old address, and then I would have to go and get it. But I have the best pickup of all, which is a whole brand new apartment.
That's true. That is true.
Everything that I have feels new again. I'm resetting it all from scratch. It's gonna be different walls and different rooms, and it's gonna be very like curated. Like I feel like it's gonna feel like a toy museum. But I'm excited. I'm excited to have everything feel new again.
Yeah, so for anyone just catching up or a little bit slow, David used to sit in one packed room that was very hot with like over 2,000 action figures. There was even an action figure gay bar in there. It was crazy times. But he's packed.
It's coming back, and it's expanding.
He's expanding the gay bar now. It's very nice. Yeah. But he literally hired a team of people to come and help him. I've seen you wrap up all of those detofs individually, right? What did you wrap them in? Just like
the movers bring blankets and they coat the thing in a blanket and tape it around. They took all the shells out and like taped those in bundles of 6. And I was terrified that like the truck was going to get to the new place.
How far was the trip? How far was it?
I moved like 7 blocks and 3 avenues, and I don't know like space wise what that means. Distance wise,
what time is that? About a 10-20 minute trip in the car?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was like 20-minute drive. So it was not far, but you know, like you hear of detofs like exploding in people's houses spontaneously. So I was really nervous, like the truck would hit a bump.
I would have got in the back of the truck with them and just like hugged them, like a massive hug, just like hold on.
I was terrified. 17 and Mike Hex, bless him, was like, why aren't you dismantling them? I'm not going to debuild 17 glass display cases.
Look,
and
then
not
all of us have time to speak to everybody on the planet like Mike Hex, for God's sake, right? Like we would have taken a lot of time to dismantle them.
I've had one of those doors blow up. I've had one of those doors blow up on me before. It goes into tiny cubes and everywhere.
I was terrified. Luckily, like knock on wood, like every single one survived. Every box was delivered safely, so like I'm very pleased with how the move went. And I have air conditioning. First thing I did the day I moved in, bought an air conditioner for this room. So now there's temperature control in here. The figures, Silver Surfer won't be jumping off his surfboard.
Where are all the wasps going?
I won't be sweating and melting. Huh?
Where are the wasps going?
They're going to still be an arc above.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't done the hanging ones on the walls yet. But I got everything standing.
So what display are you sitting in front of now? Are we in the bedroom? Are we in the living room? Where are we now?
You're in my bedroom where the magic happens.
Nice. Of course it is.
This is the General Marvel Avengers Spider-Man Cosmic display. X-Men will be in the living room. Batman will be in the living room. Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles will be in the living room. But Galactus needs to be my centerpiece wall that I wake up to.
Yeah.
So, Deathbird from Christina Conan, the custom, is on that wall. I can wake up to that.
It's an epic piece. Epic piece,
yeah,
for sure.
So, good times here. Good times. And I'm not sweating.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at a new username in the chat has just appeared called Ryan Ting's new best friend. I wonder who that is. He says, I'll speak to Ryan when I see him next if he can make this a freaking thing. Yeah, they're good friends. They are great friends to the end. Right, underneath David, we have Jay from Jay's Toy Collection UK. Now, of course, Jay has his own YouTube channel where he talks about toys all week. But Jay also has the opportunity to show off anything different, anything you want here, Jay. It's a whole new audience here, so you can show anything you want, my friend. What have you got?
Well, I only had one thing to show off this week on my stream, but I've gained things since then, but nothing major.
I knew that would happen.
This will be a quick segment. I literally spent my whole evening last night thinking of David Evan Smith. So the fact I'm underneath thing is pure irony. I was looking at.
Do you prefer to be on top or underneath, David? Because I can make that either happen. Well, wait, hang on. There you go. What do you prefer, top or bottom? Do you not probably want to say? Okay, that's fair enough. I'll switch this.
Who, me? Are you asking me?
Yeah,
or
I'm asking
Jay?
you. I'm asking you.
Oh, I'm always on top.
Oh,
so.
okay, that's fair. Okay, I'll put you back then. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There you go. Back to. There you go. Feel like
I'm flattered you were thinking of me all night, Jay.
I will explain why. I was looking at a Lego set. They do a Batman 66 full Batcave that I didn't know, and in it they've put the pole and they've actually printed a label that says Dick. He goes on the pole and it's got a feature where he spins down. So classic Dick spinning down the pole. David Evan Smith was on my mind all evening. That's all I can say.
Okay.
I'm actually debating getting a pole installed in the Batman corner of my display and putting a sign on it that says Dick, but I don't know if I can make modifications.
What you want to do is have a when you expand this gay bar, have like a secret room that's like, like the Simpsons have the No Homers Club or something like that. You can have like a Dicks Only Club instead, and it's like just a room full of different Robin figures in there.
Love it, love it.
There you go.
I'm down.
Fantastic.
I'm down. Always down for Dick.
I will speed through pickups on that, but I had to just say that. So, Heroes Return, Iron Man, he was in a sale at Smith's yesterday, so picked him up for $19.99. Okay. So yeah, about £5-6 off. So I picked him up. Also found the Chase Brawn Breaker there, so the NXT with the new.
Didn't he
NXT
just break
title
someone's
belt.
skull recently?
He did. I don't think it's gone very well that segment last week, and he dropped the steps on his head.
Yeah,
found the Chase. More wrestling. Randy Orton has turned up. The Ultimate
out of
Edition,
nowhere. Where did that come from?
Out of absolute nowhere. But this time at UK retail price, ladies and gentlemen.
35,
so that
right?
was 32.
Oh, that's even better. Where from?
I know. Wrestlingshop.co.uk.
Okay.
I believe that one was. But they're popping up all over the UK wrestling stores. But yeah, now at UK retail price. And the final thing, which I did show off on the stream, is Jabba's Friends. So the 4-pack in 3 3/4 inch of Jabba's Friends to go with the throne room. So that's everything.
Very nice. I think Kurt was showing that off. Maybe. I know he was showing off some multi-pack. All right, good stuff. Let's cross to Rick then. Rick, you haven't seen you for a while, my friend. So you can show us anything you got. Anything you've picked up recently you want to show off?
The last full wave I got was the Chode Build-A-Figure wave.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. But y'all know what that looks like.
I do.
And
very inaccurate version of Chode.
I've been slowing down on figures and buying more effects and just trying to highlight some of the powers that they have.
Yeah, sprucing up the display, bringing it to life. I like that though. I like that.
So like that's what it illustrates.
Wow.
Hang on, hold that up. I'll make you go full screen. Keep it up. Keep it up. It's the advantage of being on this. I can do that. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. And he's one of my favorite characters. Pretty obscure from the 90s, but that's when I read comics the most. So pretty impactful for me. And the fact that he didn't he choke Jean and Scott in outer space at the end of that series?
Well, I was going to say, that's the one from the 5-pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got Zero, and he comes with the effect piece as well. So you can put him with him on the display in the background a little bit.
Definitely.
Can you not? Yeah, Zero was his teleporting person, right? He used Zero to bounce around places.
I don't remember Zero in that story, so I need to maybe look back on it.
Yeah, I think so. I think Zero's like his little side, his little mate. You can bounce around in the portals. He looks good though.
I'd like Sinister's henchmen. I'd like Stripe's henchmen, and there's a bunch of them.
The Nasty Boys, right? Is it the Nasty Boys?
Nasty Boys.
Yeah, Nasty Boys.
Like Tusk. That one that's made of mud.
Rock Slide, is it him?
No. He's Australian.
There's a guy that's like stretchy and gooey.
Yeah.
Gorgeous George.
Yeah, they need to make him, but he's got to be a deluxe because that would be all you need.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that.
Also, I've been getting just little diorama pieces like this to accent certain things, and the figure that I got most recently that blew me away was the furry planet werewolf.
Oh, this is that new third party. Like it's the same one who did the Croc recently, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it does look good.
Really great articulation, great paint apps, gory if you're into the blood, and he comes with 2 knives that I wanted a werewolf, but he comes with 3 alternative looks where you can have him as kind of a cowboy, but
a cowboy werewolf.
Maybe not cowboy. Maybe like I don't know, street guy.
Okay.
Werewolf. I don't know. I wanted a werewolf. Long story short, but the knives look just like what I wanted for Warpath. Because Warpath is supposed to have 2 vibranium blades.
Yeah.
And so I gave the knives to Warpath. If anyone else wants that hack. That's it.
Yeah, nice. I like the idea though of just taking a break from figures and focusing on bringing the display to life a little bit. I like that. A little bit more dynamic on the shelf for sure. Always looks more interesting to look at.
One other thing I don't have it to show, but I bought about 4 capes from Cosmic Capes after I saw some of y'all's pickups, and they turned out great.
Cosmic Capes, very good. UK repping, of course. I've got a couple of Cosmic Capes on the display behind me somewhere. Always very pleased with them when they arrive for sure. I'm very picky with my soft goods, but I'm always glad when they arrive. Definitely improve a figure for sure, if you prefer that aesthetic. All right, very nice. Let's move across then to iPhone. iPhone, what have you got?
Well, before I start, I'm with Rick on the Nasty Boys, Gorgeous George, Hairbag, Ramrod, Ruckus, and Slav.
You're reading them from a list. I can see he's not hiding that one, is he? He's like staring at his screen, going.
I knew 3 of them. I just didn't know the last 4.
You nearly had me then. It was just when your eyes turned.
It was that last one. I was like, is it?
The confidence.
Ruckus or Ramrod? Oh no, they're both there.
As this man's far too confident.
Anyway, my first. I have actually sent you an email with some pictures because.
Oh, have you now?
My first one was the Batman 6-pack.
All right, wait 1 second. Hang on. We might have got a special guest here. To be honest, I don't even know who this special guest is. But I sent the link out to some of my most famous celebrity friends to see if anyone could make an appearance on the stream today.
Mr. Blobby?
We're about to find out. Let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. I'm bringing them in now. I've just press accept.
Yeah.
So let's see if they pop up somewhere. Could be anyone. It's a surprise. It's going to be a surprise to even me. Not a clue who it could be. Cheeky Mukiara likes your t-shirt as well, Jamie, by the way.
Thank you.
Right, I'll press accept. Oh, Let's put on middle. Who's this?
Hey guys, it's nice to see you. It's Dwight here. I'm just here from my window, but I saw Ryan on the stream, so I thought group 1 had Ryan, so group 2, I can come on and just talk to you for a little bit. Now, I haven't got the Sentinel with me, but I know everyone's always asking, what's behind my curtains? Well, if we have a look...
Hey,
look, I've got my Galactus displayed like everybody does with his Doom hat. Isn't that the best accessory? So it was just a quick hello. I'm not going to take any questions because they haven't been pre-approved by Hasbro Pulse Press. I just want to say hi to everyone. Hi, everyone. You're all doing good. Back. Which one is it this year, Dan?
I'm surprised your dogs ain't barking, to be fair.
Whoa. Shut up, dogs.
Yeah.
They're just there. They're waiting. What's on Haslab this year, Dan? I forgot, and there's so many going on in my head.
Yeah, sorry. It's Giant Man. It's Giant Man. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Giant Man. Yeah, I thought that was next year, but no. That one's still to come. That's a good one, too. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just going out with my friend Jesse Falcon. Chris Star. I'll catch you all soon.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Dwight. Bye-bye. Right, he's leaving. That was amazing. I'm so glad that Dwight could join us. So we had a twofer there. Two of the big three from the Marvel team. We had Ryan Ting join us for Group 1, and then Dwight Stall himself join us for Group 2. And we got to see his curtains. What's behind the curtains was an exclusive here on Legends and Liquor today. And now we know where he keeps his Haslabs. Now we know the mystery is solved. And we even heard those barking dogs there at the end as well. So great to have you on, Dwight. Now I just need Dan Yoon to reply to my messages, but I think he might have blocked me at this point. So yeah, so just missing one of the big three. But sorry, we'll go back to Craig. Craig sent me some pictures. So let me see if I can get these up for Craig.
Rich has just been hired as the Marvel Dwight stunt double.
What are you talking about? Rich is busy on Sundays. Rich ain't available Sundays. He couldn't make it today.
I can't believe Dwight wouldn't take our questions. Dwight, come on, sir.
God, terrible.
Yeah, he's a busy man, that Dwight. He's already working on Legends from like 2026 or whatever it is. So he's good. Right, I didn't realise I was getting emails up, so now I've got to press extra buttons. Okay, these best be worth it, Craig. Oh, okay. You're showing. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. He wants to show off his pickups.
The 6 off rather than. But yeah, I'll just show a few now.
Speak to us then. Commentate over these pictures.
So that's my messy desk when I was unboxing them. But yeah, I got the 6-pack of the Batman.
Who's the best one?
For me, I really like the Ben Affleck one. But my favourite at the minute, I've got to say, it's probably the Val Kilmer. I like the Val Kilmer. I like the way he's shiny. That's next to Keaton.
Yeah,
is the Val Kilmer one. Yeah, I just like the way they've done the Sonar suit as well, and it's all like got that shimmer shine to it. It's really good. It stands out.
Excuse me.
But each one of them has their own characteristics to it. So, like, they all pop on a display. So, like, they're not all just a dull black and blending together. They all have a different... Like,
hang on, Craig.
Good additional thing, but I also have my animated backlight from the DC Direct animation line. And that's more powerful than the one that come with the McFarlane.
He sped up and then slowed down.
So, I would have just preferred if it was just...
Is this for everyone or just me? Craig, are you...
No,
okay, Craig.
No, he's gone a bit.
Craig, you've went a bit crazy. You've froze on the screen, and well, there you go. That's what I thought was going on. Okay, there we go. There he's back again. Okay, there you go. Okay, it's all good. It's just doing his best impression of
Mark, what you done to me? It's doing the bottom now. Terrible.
Look. You were speeding up, and then you went slow, and then you couldn't hear us, and then
it's dangerous being under David Evan Smith.
It's all right.
Cousin David.
You're back over here. You're in safe keep going through these pictures then. So we did hear you speaking, by the way. Val Kilmer was your favourite. They all come with different signals, etc. Let's keep moving through. What else you got over here with the Riddler?
I picked up the Riddler yesterday. Oh no, was it yesterday? Friday I picked up the Riddler. I think it was Friday. Yeah.
It doesn't matter, Craig. It doesn't matter. You got the Riddler. That's what matters. It doesn't matter. Could have got it an hour ago, 3 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We need the Pacific. Show us the receipt, Craig. We do not believe it. Right.
Hang on, I've got it here.
No, keep going. Right, keep going. So there's your little.
But yeah, I picked up the Riddler.
Yeah,
He's
cool.
just brilliant. I love the classic looks to the rogues. So, and this is my rogue shelf building out. So, hopefully we get some more rogues. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a female Poison Ivy anytime soon, or a Harley. So, which is a shame, really, because he's done all the males.
There's a Harley Quinn in the very first wave, but it's based on the animated look from Harley Quinn, I think.
Yeah,
so and there's also a Penguin from the games that might fudge into that display. I reckon the Penguin that's been released would fudge into that display.
That's my plan. I'm going to get the Arkham wave, which is Ra's al Ghul, Penguin, Catwoman.
And you get Solomon Grundy as well, right? He'd fit into that
Batman,
too.
and you get Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, that would work.
Catwoman is impossible to find now.
The purple one.
I
Unless
think
you get
it
black
was
and
on.
white one.
I think the full wave was on Comic and Cocktails the other day that I was seeing, so I'm tempted to just click it and get it straight off. But obviously, there's so much got to be paid out for at the minute. And then I also picked up, as I passed the Riddler, I picked up this one. It's Catman.
Catman. No, Catman.
Yeah. So, but
I'm gonna buy you a ring light for Christmas.
I've got a ring light. I just haven't plugged it in because I'm very untechnical.
Yeah, there you go. See, there you go. Look at that. There you go.
Let there be light.
There's light.
But then I also ordered this one off eBay. I did pay an extra $5, but
that's all right. I've seen that go for like triple on eBay, so an extra $5 was nothing.
So, and I've also just as the stream was going, I've just ordered Cersei and Black Knight and the Doom and Miss Marvel pack on Amazon sale. The last time I checked, it's only on for 3 hours, guys. So if you're looking at picking them up, go and get them now.
This one?
20% off them. Yeah, that's 20%, I think, or 16, and the other one was 20% off. So I've picked up both 2 packs. I've backtracked.
Does look good.
So it was worth a little wait.
Does look very good. Yeah, I've been backtracking those Avengers stuff for sure. All right, very nice DC sort of vibe there as you're building out that display, looking good. Right, underneath you we've got Jamie. Jamie, what have you got? So you haven't been on since your birthday, right? So I'm assuming you got some birthday gifts to show us.
It's been a busy week. So we'll start off with a present from my little brother. He got me a Cosmic Legions fixing guard.
Where's Cloud Foxwell gone? Where's she gone? Oh, she's not here. She's not in Group 2. She'd be very proud.
I was shocked, and obviously thank you for being his little helper.
I didn't do nothing. Don't know what you're talking about.
I've got a mass amount of wrestlers as well.
Okay, do you want to give us some highlights? Who you got?
So, Britt Baker's just gone flying.
Off the top rope. Moxley. Paul McCartney in the chat is asking, where's the 20% off Amazon? Amazon 20% off that Doom.
Amazon.
Doom box set. Amazon UK.
I think it's the Doom one.
Which version's that? Is that the Ultimate or just Elite version?
No, it's just the Elite.
Yep.
Cody from the Unmatched series.
So do you have an AEW and a WWE display, or are you just putting all these wrestlers together and building one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Ruby Soho.
Very nice. That is a great figure considering all those tattoos she's got. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Typical, she changes her hair colour though, doesn't it? As soon as the figure comes out, now it's green.
Happens all the time.
But I got this to customise to torso swap with the Daniel Bryan that should be on his way.
MJF
at some point.
Is my absolute favourite. Like, he is so good. He's so good. Like,
he is
the best talker in the business right now. Full stop. Period. So good.
Punk. Had to get Punk.
Unemployed. Sad times. I'm
you
sure.
Customised your own belt there.
Yeah, I got a second one with Moxley, so I thought I'd put an X on it.
Show us that. Show us that. I'm curious to see that. I know not many people care for wrestling, but I like AEW. So what he's done is Punk had like basically this not. He didn't technically lose the bout, so he was running around with this not championship bout, and it's like got the NWO Crocs on it. That looks good. That looks legit. That was good. Bravo. Good idea. Give Jay an idea now. Jay's going to find a pen after this stream.
I've got a spare one. I've got a bit of paint. I'll do.
I couldn't decide which Adam Cole to get, so I originally went with this one.
That's the WWE
and then I still
one.
bought this one.
And then that's the
bought them both after all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought them both. This is the Target exclusive Adam Cole.
Now you've got them both in hand. Which Adam Cole baby is better?
I actually prefer the Jazzwares one.
Interesting.
Even though the face on the Mattel is True Effects, I think the Jazzware one.
Could you not do a little head swap?
Maybe, but then, like Jay said in the chat, the jacket's better as well.
Okay.
I picked up the Supreme Brit.
Great
Title's a better size.
I like Britt. She's one of my favourites as well, to be fair. I like Britt Baker.
But I swapped the head on the...
DMD.
Yeah, the Amazon 2-pack with Jade Cargill.
Oh, very nice, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
In the pink.
Head over. That's the only way to get the TBS title as well.
That is true.
So far. And then I picked up Impact Wrestling Brooke Tessmacher.
Impact? Who made that?
Jax.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the old, like, Toy Biz. Not Toy Biz. You just said it. Fucking Jax. What am I talking about? You literally just said.
Yeah. McFarlane, Hush, Superman.
Very nice. That's the one Adam showed off earlier, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then...
Sorry, I mean Ryan Ting's best friend.
Yeah, she's best friend.
Yeah.
And the Batman to go with him.
Very nice.
That's it.
Very nice, looking good. Was that mostly birthday haul or birthday money spent and stuff?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Yeah, looking good.
I mean, the Jade Cargill Britt Baker set was like, I think I paid 50.
Yeah, it's hard to find. It's hard to find now, and you're right, because it's the only way you get that title.
The Derek's Toy Store.
Very nice.
Really fast.
Okay.
As well.
You want to post a picture of your wrestling display so I can see, because I always see the Buffy display behind you, but I don't know where your wrestlers are. Never see them.
They are on a bookshelf in front of books. Because
okay.
I actually have books on my bookshelf, which is
That
weird.
is crazy. Books on a bookshelf. What a weird
No.
bookshelves made for toys. That is so weird. Strange. All right, you have to show us a picture. Right, let's move across to Mr. Christopher Allen. Christopher, my friend, what have you been buying?
I picked up the Valkyrie Cobra G.I. Joe Classified 2-pack.
What'd you think?
I like it a lot. I think it's cool. I wish I would have actually got more because I only ordered one, but there's so much stuff coming out. I was like, I'll just get one.
What would be your ideal number for them?
2 or 3 because they come out with like alternate heads that you could put on them.
Very nice.
Helmets too.
How do you feel about the tan? The tan bugs me.
I actually like it because it reminds me of there's like a 25th anniversary figure that had that color scheme, so it kind of reminds me of that, and I think it's a callback to the comics, so I don't mind it.
That's fair.
And then I picked up Mr. Fix-It, and what I like about Mr. Fix-It is he comes with extra hands and head, so I put the extra hands and head on this one.
On the old one, did the skin tones match up? Oh no, the hands doesn't matter, does it? Because the hands swap out too.
Right, and the neck, it like covers up the neck, like you can't really see the neck. On the side, you kind of could.
That is very clever.
So,
you're the first person I've seen do that, and that makes complete fucking sense. Upgrade the Gamerverse version, and now you have both versions of Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, because I like this version better, because he didn't really, like, I know him from the Wolverine comic, and he didn't have, like, stripes on his suit when he shows up in that comic book arc. So
you're a clever man. I didn't even think about doing that. That figures instantly became more desirable because I could do that to the Gamerverse version. I like your tip there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. And then I got Chun-Li from the Jada Toys line.
Very nice. Is she the best of the three? I'm assuming you've got the others.
I think so. Yeah. I think the skin tone looks like more like not like a toy. It looks like it. Yeah, I think they are getting better as they go along. I really would recommend this.
That line is going to be fire when it's all said and done.
And those are my pickups.
Very nice stuff. All right, perfect. That leads us into our Haslab conversation then. So, again, what a show it's been. We've had Ryan Ting join us literally live from D23 over in America in Florida. Rush is probably on his way there now with Shilly to go and try and steal the Giant Man. And then you guys had the pleasure of meeting Dwight Stoll. It was only a quick appearance, but still, what an exclusive. Dwight just doesn't come on any stream, you know. He was waiting for this Group 2 opportunity. So, good times. Right, so in case anyone in the toy community has been sleeping under a rock. Recently, Marvel revealed the Haslab Giant Man. Hooray! Or not hooray, or boo, however you feel. No, I'm not deciding for you. So I want to know what you guys think. So I want to know what you think of the figure, what you think of the price, how do you think the tiers are? Would you have preferred figures? Do you reckon this is a safer bet that you prefer? Would you prefer to pay more for a figure? Is it too big? Is it too small? Just your general thoughts on Giant Man overall, and obviously let the people know if you plan on getting it. So there he is, 24 inches in height. You've heard me talk about it far too much, so I'm going to throw it straight up top to Jared. Jared, what do you think, Giant Man?
It's a great looking figure. Looks really, really nice. But I keep to my wheelhouse, so I keep to the animated Spider-Man from the 90s and X-Men from the 90s. And they're two big shelves full of them.
Have you not seen the episode with Giant Man in it?
No. I'm glad I haven't.
Season 4, episode 12. Spider-Man versus Giant Man.
And I won't be watching it either because I have no bloody room for him.
Okay, I'm only joking. He's not ready. He's safe.
I was about to say, that ain't
real. But he looks great, and I think the value's on point. The only thing, like, I got the Jabba's throne room recently enough, and that was just a pre-order, and I don't understand why this isn't just a pre-order. Like,
it's a fair point. Yeah, like we were saying, I don't think even Ryan will be able to tell us the exact reason why. But it is what it is at this point. What can we do about it? This is how we're getting it. So, but I agree. It's a bit weird, but it is what it is.
It's a great figure all around. It looks great. It's really, really impressive.
Is there anything that could have changed to make you get it?
No, and I'm very much keeping to the 2 lines that I want to follow, and then have enough different variant lines. That,
you're a strong man.
I'm often looking at the movie, the MCU, or I'm looking at certain things like Winter Soldier, maybe a special. I just know it's fall down the wheelhouse. So. No, I'll just stay in my lane.
You're a very strong man. All right, let's go across. Now, if anyone, just a quick plug for Jay. Jay, you had a live stream on Friday night, right? With some of these ugly mugs on there with you, talking Giant Man. So, again, if you want to see that in its longer form, head over to Jay's channel. Links are in the description, as always. And Tac was one of those guys on there.
I was one of the ugly mugs.
Yeah, he was.
I'll be honest.
He was. So,
vote for yourself, Mark.
Again, for anyone... But, again, let's just pretend that never happened. Again, there's people here that probably weren't there, so it's absolutely fine. It's fair game, clean slate. What do you think of Giant Man?
So I like it, Dan. The things that I liked, I mean, maybe I focused on the little things that really interested me when the stream was going on. So I really like the Skrull head. I really like the zombie head. I like stuff like that, where they throw in sort of gimmicky kind of stuff or little, little kind of things that are novel. Yep. I like those things. One thing that I focused on, and I was wondering what made me focus on this. So when Dwight was talking about, I could have asked him when he appeared earlier, but when he was talking about the eyes and how the eyes were like, yeah, and I didn't get a chance. He didn't want to take any questions, but if he would, I'd have asked him about the eyes because he was talking on the stream about how the eyes were done in a complete sort of new way, and I sort of like customizing figures myself, and paint. Part of that is painting them, and so I was quite interested in when he was talking about how they've painted the eyes to be quite new. I think, like I said, the 2 things that stood out for me were the Skrull head and zombie head. I really liked the sort of gimmickness of that. I think probably, like in terms of if figures came with it, obviously like a Wasp figure or a 6-inch regular sized Giant Man in the same costume would be great. But I can see all sorts of, both every side of the argument in that. At the same time, not undoubtedly, like you were saying in Group 1, they're probably going to come in a wave or something like that down the line as regular releases. So, we'll probably be able to pick those up. It was interesting. I mean, I've watched some of the channels that, give the various opinions on Haslabs and everything. And, there was some interesting stuff said. Like one of the things people said was, well, they felt like it could be a retail release rather than a Haslab because Transformers give retail releases at that price. But I think it's a fair price for a Haslab. I mean, considering they obviously wanted to change things up from last year, so it's a fair price. And it looks good. I mean, I quite one thing that really struck me on the main figure. I really like the way they'd done the paint apps on the main figure. So I think it's good.
So I'm just pressing my button for my screen don't turn off. See, all my lights are turning off behind me. It's turned into a shit show over here. Yeah, but for the record, I don't think anybody is disputing that fact. So I don't think anyone's using that in a sort of negative context. I don't think there is anyone out there that's disputing, oh no, it had to be a Haslab. I think everybody, like the general consensus, everyone agrees that £200 is a price point that they could easily do it on Pulse or something like that. So I don't think anyone's challenging that. So if that's what people are using to push back at, like we all agree, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? And we don't know. None of us know why it's not. Only Hasbro do. But I agree. £200 is a price point I felt like could have been on Pulse, but it's not. It's a Haslab, so we shall see. So, but yeah, I agree. Let's go across to Mr. David Evan and Smith, though. What do you three think?
Well, I was not one of the ugly mugs on Jay's stream.
Oh, you definitely weren't. I wouldn't have said ugly mugs either if you were there.
Is my mug not ugly enough to be invited?
Now he knows.
He thinks about me all night, so I'm my tape was lost. You mailed my invitation to my old address.
That's all it is. Keep an eye on your inbox. And new invites come in.
You'd have been at work, you see. That's the problem with the time zone. So I went for a little quick UK sort of volunteers, and then everybody volunteered. So we had a nice little chit chat.
Sure. But Giant Man. So first and foremost, I just have to say I love a Giant Man.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Pause it there. I love Giant Man. 1 second from Cedric.
Cedric Brown Al-Hariri donated $4.99. GM looks good, but not for me. Double duck me and Ryan.
Double duck him, Ryan. Okay, thank you very much, Cedric. I'm writing that down now. You got a double duck. He said, Giant Man's not for me, but double duck him. So I've done exactly that. I appreciate the super chat, Cedric, as always. Thank you very much. Right, back to David. He said he loves Giant Man.
Yeah, I love a Giant Man. And what's better than 24 inches?
25?
72 inches.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I backed 3.
Tripled it.
Yeah, I mean, the price point is really good. It's $200. Like that's very accessible. I think it makes sense that it's a Haslab. They are doing all this new tooling. Like they're not just like scaling up an existing figure. They're sculpting everything from scratch. All this hand articulation that they've got going on. Like that new tooling that they have to create all those molds for is going to cost money. So I think they're gonna do it as a Haslab to justify that price, and then they, it's mostly a blank body, so it potentially could be reused for a future project that maybe isn't a Haslab, but at least like to get the initial thing together, I think it would need to be a Haslab. But I'm bought into the zombie head. I'm bought into the Skrull head. The always more head, the better. And I just have to figure out where I'm going to display all 3 of them in this collection.
Look, you've got 3 rooms in that apartment, ain't you? You're fine.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can crouch Giant Man into a D12 shelf, because they had a picture of him like crouched.
There's a kneeling
with
picture
the Avengers
somewhere.
around him.
No, there's a kneeling. I think there's a kneeling picture on here somewhere. I swear there is.
Yeah, I saw one, and it looked like he'd probably fit kneeling in a shelf. Yeah. So I think he'd probably fit that way. I think the shelf space is like 14 inches. So
I like that idea with him, like with his hand out, and like someone could be standing on his hand, or he could be like. People were complaining, like that was a genuine complaint, that they never showed him holding a figure. So I've seen a few people going, "Can he even hold the weight of an action figure?" Well, Ryan Ting was just live on our stream, literally showing him on display with Ultron in his hand. So, and he was holding him up as well, and he was holding the weight of Ultron, so he can clearly hold the weight. And I know that's only like a prototype or what such, but I'm sure both Sentinel and Galactus can hold up the weight. Look, Aunt May is the Herald of Galactus right now on being held up. So I have no doubts that Giant Man is going to be able to grip a character and hold him up. So
was there not a picture of him pulling Ultron apart?
Yeah, there was on the little. Yeah. I think it's on that group of 7. I don't understand why they didn't. How they?
Yeah, it was on the group of 7.
Yeah, there it is. There you go.
There
Number 6. Yeah. But still, yeah. That's I think my point is you'll be able to get him posed up in a D-top, I think, if you bend him over, which I'm sure you'll be fine with.
I'm a pro.
I didn't mean to go there, but that's where it went. Okay, right.
Innuendo on point as ever.
Let's go to Jay now. Again, Jay's done a couple of videos, and if you want to see what Jay and his better half, Cheeky Monkey Kiara, thinks, they had a video. She was willing to pay £400 for this thing, so she's in a great mood at this point. So go and check out the videos on his channel, of course. But Jay, for anyone who wasn't there or was a bit slow, what do you think of Giant Man?
Well, the first point is kind of what you brought up there. I have a happy wife because this is way cheaper than she thought it would be. So you can't go wrong. So if they've impressed the female of the relationship here, then therefore they have done their job well, because I have purchased this without getting in trouble. Now, come on, lads. That is fantastic. Yeah. So, yeah, fantastic price point, in my honest opinion. I've been thinking about it for the last few days, really, trying to watch the tracker go up. Not quite going as quick as I was hoping it would go, but I'm sure it'll easily get to the 10K. But it hasn't got that G.I. Joe sort of start, but it is on the way. So I just think they've really nailed the price point. Yeah, they've gone for a safe option here, but they needed a win as a team, didn't they? I think, and I think this is the win they were looking for. The figure itself, though, is what's really impressed me, because they've cut it back, as they've said. They've taken the figures away. Again, that irritated me at first, like I think it did a lot of people. But Ryan has confirmed, basically, I think previously, I know he's on Unparalleled as well, like they almost do bake in the cost of those tiers as figures in the cost. So if it came with 4 figures, you'd probably be looking at another $100 on top. So if you're going to have to pay that anyway, we're not really saving. So you might as well just get them separately down the line, because you're not getting a saving on that. So I think it's a good decision to focus on the figure itself and lock it in at that cheaper price point. It gives
the community more options. Like, by not putting these figures as part of a tier or anything like that, you're essentially giving people the option to pick up these figures individually, because Ryan has literally said on this stream and on other streams that the obvious choices, of course, are in their plans. So without confirming them, he's sort of confirmed them, that of course a Wasp and maybe a smaller version of Giant Man is coming. So like you were saying, you're going to have the option now to get them separately.
Yeah, the figure itself, though, like, it's just the details, as I think Mark was saying there. The paint apps look fantastic. On the boots, like, they've even sculpted the wrinkles in just above the ankles. It looks a really nice detail to it. With the eyes, they talked about the clear eyes painted at the back. Well, Jurassic Park have done something similar in the Hammond collection. The T-Rex, if anybody's got that, you'll notice that's a clear eye with sort of paint on the back, and it really does let the light through and looks like a really realistic eye. So I think that will be a great feature. I was really hoping it was a classic Giant Man here, which it turned out to be, because I wouldn't have been in on the modern one, and I wanted this potentially to go with the Mafex figures that they've just been releasing, because they're doing the classic Avengers team. I don't think Mafex will ever give us a Giant Man, so I think this would go really well behind that. And it looks like, again, I'm using a good plastic like Mafex. This is a high tier item, and there's a point I've made previously, like Mondo's are 200. I paid £160 for a Mezco Indiana Jones. And that's, I think Cloud paid the point in the first group. Like, that was £160 for a 6-inch figure with cloth goods. And this is a really good looking product. And the size of it for the price, I think, really thinking about it the last few days, is phenomenal. So really looking forward to this one. And even my friend Matt that was lurking in the chat, he's a Lego collector, but he's very tempted to go in on this, because Lego are making an Avengers Tower that's going to be about 2 foot tall coming out for Christmas. So this would go perfect with that. So if they can draw in...
Matt already has a Lego City, right? I've seen his attic. He's got a Lego City. This would be a sick little Easter egg. It's not exactly a hidden Easter egg, but like, this would be perfect for a Lego City.
Yeah, I know Tariq was talking about in Group 1 well with some Lego things. So this would scale, I think, on, because Tariq said about the Sanctum. You could actually stand 1 foot on top of the Sanctum or something here. So that would scale up. And my final point was something I noticed last night is the heads I wasn't really that bothered by. But the zombie head, I just did a quick Google, and comic zombie Giant Man, I should say, actually has this outfit on, because I know the Skrull, it's not really an accurate outfit, but it is an accurate outfit for the zombie version of the comics. So this would work like that.
I don't disagree. So, my argument with that is that we haven't really got many comic Avenger zombies to go with, because he's currently standing with 3 MCU figures. These are technically, they're all from What If, and What If is technically the MCU. So I still think you can fudge them into a comic display. Of course you can. But it's technically still bugs me, and I get iffy with stuff like that. So if they release, in the next year, Hasbro release some zombie figures, and it should be on their plans as well, considering the zombie, there was meant to be a zombie episode, or zombie series on Disney Plus, wasn't there? So maybe zombie characters are in their zeitgeist already, and maybe within this next year we're going to get some zombie figures. And if we do, with Giant Man in mind, like you said, it would make for an accurate set, and more accurate than this Skrull, because the Skrull's wearing the wrong outfit, like you said. So Yeah, good
Dan,
point.
it's a shame that, like, I think you make a really good point there. It's a shame that they don't release a zombie wave when this funds, because this funds at the end of October, which is Halloween, right? Or kind of around that. It's Halloween coming up. It'd be perfect to time with Halloween.
Well, remember, we're gonna have another. If this gets backed, there's gonna be another Halloween before we even get this in hands. Do you know what I mean? Like they could release a zombie wave next year of all comic zombie Avengers, like a zombie Captain America and whatnot in comic form. That would go perfectly. And by then we'd know if it's funded or not as well. So, and just while we're talking about if it's funded or not, the chat I've noticed, and I'll give it a refresh, but it's literally 9 away from 4K. So obviously still a long way to go. But it is literally. Oh wait, it went down. Who went back to it? It's literally went down, and now it needs 11, 11 for 4K. So something school if is going up there, but still 43 days, 7 hours and 53 minutes. Plenty of time to see what happens here. Do you think it will make it, Jay?
I really hope so, because I was thinking if this doesn't make it, then they might as well just give up on the Haslab concept, because you can't fund a really good product at a really good price for quite an A-list character, if you said, and where you're going to go in the future. So I think it will. Yeah, it's just we've only need 6,000, don't we? 6,000 in 43 days. You get a good from the Ghost. You can tell you what did they get on the last day? 7,000. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. So hopefully we get there, because I really want this in the collection.
I think there's a small portion of people out there, and fair enough, that just don't want to support the Haslab concept. So they may like the figure, they may like Giant Man, but they just don't want to support this concept. So, and again, I'm sure that's a sliver, but there's definitely a section of people out there that have that mindset, and that's fine, and that's fair. That's their own choice. But yeah, because as you said, it's a solid Giant Man figure, and he's an Avenger, for God's sake, and one of the A-list teams. Let's go across to Rick. Rick, what are you thinking? Giant Man, you in, you out? What do you think?
Well, it's hard to follow Jay. Man, you know your stuff.
Yeah.
I backed it. I think it's a great price. The new innovations that they incorporate into it, I can't wait to see in hand. I love Classic Avengers. It's my favorite look for that team. So they picked the right costume for me, the right aesthetics. I think we all agree. Wouldn't we all agree that he kind of has serial killer eyes in certain pictures?
That smiley face head, I've been saying it since my very first stream. It is definitely serial killer. I've got bodies in my garden face. Where is it? It's the smiley face. The other faces are fine. It's just that that smiley face. Where's the faceplate picture? There's a pic. There you go. Look at that face. Let me see if I can zoom in.
But we've all seen how renders look a certain way and how in real life they tend to look better. So I will assume that this, and I grew up with my sister having those Barbies with the glass eyes, and they tend to look more realistic rather than weird. So hopefully it'll fall into that same vein.
The prototype looks great. What they've been showing off looks great.
Definitely.
Just on renders, it looks like a serial killer. But no, you're right. The prototypes look great.
Yeah, I would love it if within this year if it funds, that they just give us this costume in 6-inch scale. That's all
I did try and give Ryan a big hint live on YouTube for everyone to see. That's exactly what we want as well. So I'm right there with you. I'm trying to do the people's work for you.
And I'm really happy to be a part of this conversation. I wasn't able to back the Sentinel. I had to backtrack with Galactus, so I'm happy to finally be a part of this kind of thing.
Yeah, be on the ground floor, absolutely. All of these, unfortunately, it's just the way the community, it's the way these Haslabs projects work, is they just go more expensive on the aftermarket. It's just the way it is. Yeah. So if you can be in on the ground floor, it definitely helps the wallet for sure. But again, even if this gets backed, we're still a year out of any of us even having this in our hands. That's what's painful. Like, we're talking about it now, and we're not even going to get it near Christmas 2024. So madness. I'll be 40, I'll be nearly 40 by the time it comes. Crazy. Right, let's go.
I turned 40 in 5 days.
Oh, there you go. You'll definitely be 40 by the time it comes. Then you're all right. Right, let's go across to our resident 50-year-old. Is iPhone. What do you think of the Giant Man? You look great for your age, boy. You look great for your age. Great for your age.
Before we start, I forgot one pickup. I've finally got
we're not doing that,
gold
Craig. We're not
Zeo,
doing it. Get out of here.
The gold
Get
Zeo
out of here.
Ranger.
Get out
Finally
of here.
got it.
We're just going. Sorry, there's a transmission issue on the stream. Don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, okay. We're back to our resident. All right. Something about a gold Zeo.
But there's not a lot I can say that I didn't say on the Dan Who Mutiny stream on last Friday.
Was that what it was?
Go and check it
Can't
out.
believe it. I watched the whole stream as well.
Brilliant. We gave you the plank for the night. It was brilliant.
You bastards.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm all in on it. I love the figure. I've never had a Giant Man on the shelf. I miss the Toy Biz builder figure. I just love the figure, the way that costume is, the way that they've done the detail. They could have just gave us a costume with a.
Who's frozen again? Right, everyone else freeze as well to make him feel better.
But they haven't actually just a textured costume, the boots with the stitching. Am I still here? Oh. Hello?
I'm good, Eno. That was good. Come on, that was good. I'm good. We can hear you, but you froze again. Bloody iPhone. He's a right nuisance. Get yourself an Android. Oh, I'm kicking him out. Can I remove him? I don't know. Alright, we'll let him figure it out. Let me go to the chat for a second. I'm sure he'll pop back in. There he is. He's back again. Hey, Mr. iPhone, you're back. Honestly, it's not us. It's not us.
You know, you left and all I had was Mark's face on the screen, just staring back at me. I was like, hello? Hello? I was like, what's going on?
It's all right. It's all right. I'll put you back where you were. Back to there.
Where did I get to?
Something about Giant Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm definitely in because I've never had a Giant Man on the shelf. I love the costume purely because we've got the stitching on it and they've done the indents on the detail of the costume. The face sold me with the clear eyes and then the painted eye at the back. That sold me even more on it. The zombie face and the Skrull face, yes, they're good additions, but I don't think I'd ever have him displayed with one of them faces. Yeah, I just love the figure, and like people says, yes, it could have been put at a retail offering, but maybe we might see a Goliath down the line at retail, maybe, or it's still going to be a body that can be reused for something.
Yeah,
So,
it's weird, isn't it? That like, the Sentinel and Galactus, they spend all this money tooling up the body, and then we never see them used again. So, yeah, maybe I don't know if they're ever. Maybe I don't know. Like, it makes sense, doesn't it? I guess with the sculpted detail on, you couldn't really use it straight up. They'd have to make some tweaks to it. But yeah, I don't think we're ever going to see Haslab projects reused. I think that
what
sort of
in 20 years?
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't see it happening. Dune Custom said both Dan and Mark froze solid. We were good, Mark. We're getting props from Dune Custom there. We were good. Right. Okay. Let's go underneath to Jamie then. Jamie, are you in on this Haslab? What are you thinking? What do you think of Giant Man?
I'm still on the fence. I'm still getting
splinters in your ass? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with the product. I think the product is perfect. I don't think they could have made it better if they tried. Obviously, adding figures and what have you would have increased the price, increased the value of the item. But I think for what they've offered, it's perfect. My hesitation is where it fits in my collection. It's not really something that I need or for my collection.
Do any of us really need all of this?
Well, that's true.
Like, do I actually need any of this crap? Do I need it? Do I need it?
Yes, we do.
It's true. I need it. I do. I need it. It's true. It's true.
Obviously, in my head, I've got the 19-inch Galactus, and that man can't be Giant Man can't be taller than him, so that's putting me off as well. But yeah, I'm really undecided. The product, I think, is, like I said, perfect. I really like the price.
Well, that's fair. You've got 45 days to decide if you want it or not. Like as I said, no pressure.
And obviously, if that what we were talking about in the chat comes through, then that's a definite. I will get it, regardless on Galactus being pint-sized.
Yeah, we need. Again, I do think if you're an Avengers guy, or if you're building an Avengers team, get this now if you can afford it, of course, and if you want Giant Man, because it's gonna be an epic display piece, absolutely. Right, let's go to Christopher. Christopher, my friend, are you in? I genuinely don't. I haven't spoke to you at all about this, so I have no idea if you're in, you're out, you're shaking it about. What do you think of Giant Man here?
I think the campaign's really good. I like the fact that it does actually come with figures, because, like, you look at the car and everybody wants to compare the price and, like, was it worth it or not, and then they like want to like throw the figures that it was going to come out the window, but like those aren't free. They have to be implied somewhere. So, and then so when you don't get something unlocked, it's like you're paying for something that you're not getting, kind of. You know. So I like the fact that it doesn't come with figures. Actually, is it something I need? No, I think it looks amazing. It's just not something I personally want. So that's my thoughts.
Look, you could bend him over just like David Evan Smith and fit him into that top shelf of that D-top right there behind you. Just cram him in with the G.I. Joes.
If I got it, I actually think I would display it with the zombie head.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, the pants
You're getting some G.I. Joe mole rats, ain't ya?
Yeah.
There you go. He could be the big mole rat.
Nah, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna get it. I think it looks really good though.
No,
and I
that's
hope
fair.
it fun. So I hope people like want it, get it.
No, that's fair. I'm only teasing. All good, all good.
I know.
Right, okay, right. I appreciate the conversation, people. Again, not everybody on the stream today is getting it, and that's absolutely fine. But we can still have these conversations as adults without making each other feel bad about it. It's absolutely fine. You can either get it or you don't get it. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm in. As I said, I've backed it. I'm in. And I'm comfortable with the base offering, even if the others don't. If the 2 unlocks don't happen, obviously disappointing, but I'm still comfortable with the base offering. And it's again, we're 9. Are we back to 8 off 4K now? Did someone say? Let's have a look. Give it a little refresh.
I think Rush makes a fair point in the chat as well.
Rush doesn't ever make any fair points. He's such a controversial guy.
He said that if this went to retail, most people would be waiting for it to go on clearance, so it wouldn't be worth the price of admission.
And the thing is, people are like moaning about Haslab. I've genuinely seen this as well in Facebook groups going, it's like we've got to wait a year for it anyway, blah, blah, blah. Isn't that how pre-orders work? How long did Michael Keaton Mezco take again? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just how the things work. I don't know what people just look for any reason to bitch about Hasbro. That's all it is. But yeah, it's 8 off. It is 8 off 4K now, so it has moved up and down a little bit. But it is 8 off 4K. So I'm sure by the end of the day, it's going to hit 4K. But yeah, there's been plenty of G.I. Joes and Marvel Legends that I've pre-ordered that have took about a year to come. Like, it just happened. Remember COVID, people? Remember that type of stuff? Waiting ages.
We're still waiting for Riot from
Star Action Figures! I don't know why they're... What is wrong?
I'm still waiting for Coverdale off of the whole shebang.
Yeah, honestly. It's like...
When they make it a Haslab, they know exactly how many they need to make.
Yeah.
They don't have to guess, you know?
Yeah. Again, it's just business. I don't know why people genuinely are weird. Like, the toy company wants to make money. Oh my God, I'm outraged. Like, what the hell did you think was going on? Like, just mind-boggling. Anyway, tell you what else is mind-boggling. A toy channel that races some damn ducks. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to race some ducks. So I'm going to make sure that Ryan, Ting, and also Dwight Stall also get a duck today. That is absolutely fine. I still can't believe we got Dwight. Like, Ryan's a good guy, but Dwight was a real surprise. If you are just catching us now randomly on the replay, or joined us late, then please rewind after the fact and go and see Ryan and Dwight both join us. Ryan was in group 1, Dwight was in group 2. Great times to be had. I'm going to put a comment in the chat right now. Who wants in on duck race? Right, and I always say this, but you've never ever listened to me. If you've been on the stream, if you've been a guest on the stream, you don't need to write anything because you're already down on my list. If you are here in the chat live right now, see, look, they've started already. I haven't even put my comment in. They do this every time. Everyone's
you think
excited.
That's going to stop me, Dan.
Oh my God! Right. Wait.
It's me every time.
I'm going to write my comment. Just one response underneath my comment. I have to do this live on YouTube with about 3 screens in front of me. Please be kind, all right? Just reply once to my comment with a duck emoji. They're just too eager. Look at them. They can't help themselves. Stop. My comment's not even there yet. Right, I'm going to do it in 3, 2...
Dan,
yes?
Just duck me, please.
You'll get ducked. You'll get absolutely... I need to duck Tanner.
Me hard.
Tanner wanted me to duck him as well earlier, so I said if he plays his card right, I'll duck him. So just write Tanner's name down there as well. Who else wanted a duck? Just Justin. Just Justin's out and about, I think. I said I'd put him on a duck for the replay. See, if you message me this stuff, people, I will remember. I'm a nice guy like that. I'm a nice guy. Right, my commenters went in and they are on fire. They were already near their keyboard, ready to go. Their ducks were already in there. They were just waiting to press enter. Yeah, it's Figures of Vinyl, Mike Hex, Caleb, Mary Queen of Scott, Phil Jones. Where's Phil came from? Hill Phone's been lurking there the whole time. Damien Ristori, Craig, fucking hell, Craig. That's a frog.
I put a frog, I didn't put a duck.
It's true,
so
to be
you can't
fair.
tell me
It's
that.
true. It's true. It's very true. I can't say shit. Greg, Eddie, Mikey Moonboots, Instadan. Ryan Ting's new best friend now. I'm putting him in there. Even though I know it's Adam, I don't care. That's amusing me. All right, that's going in there. Let me copy paste these. Okay. All right. Who wants to say something interesting for me while I copy paste these names?
I've got a request.
To be fair, Jay, I've got a request for you. Are you available this Thursday at about 8 o'clock UK time?
I am. I thought you might need the super substitute.
I do. I need
so
the super
fully
substitute.
available. Sir.
Okay, perfect.
I'd like to say Dwight was way less informed than Ryan this stream.
It's true. It's true. He was in
I
and out.
think Ryan had some on-the-ground information.
Ryan actually had Giant Man with him. Dwight just gave us those old Haslabs that we don't even care about anymore. So yeah, ridiculous. Dwight needs to up his game. Sorry, back to you, Jay. Back to you. What are you saying?
We've got a request from Mr. Ryan Ting. If you watch to the end of this stream on the replay, a little freebie you could throw in at the end is I've been doing a lot of research into these costumes, and in this costume, he seems to have black antenna, red antenna, and in some panels, white antenna. So we know they're interchangeable because the zombie head, they're interchangeable. So could we just get some coloured little, cheap little add-ons at the end for a reward for doing well? Could we get some coloured antenna to do a little bit of a swapsy?
Interesting. If Ryan Ting genuinely watches the whole 4 hours of this stream, I'll be impressed. So we may have to send them a little DM instead. Right.
Does anyone want ants? Does anyone? Would that entice anybody?
I don't really care for ants, but I definitely do want like a smaller Ant-Man and Wasp that I can use in the display for sure.
I agree.
Because I can build one Avengers team with Giant Man. And the Wasp that we hopefully eventually get. If not, I'll just get David to send me one of his 1,000 Wasps. And then ants. So yeah, I'd prefer. I don't really care for ants, but I do definitely want little versions of those two for sure. Anyone want ants?
It's not out of the realms of possibility of them doing a little figure like that. They did one for Red Guardian as well. So.
Yeah, no, we have in the last Ant-Man and Wasp in the retro wave. Both of them came with the opposite version, so it's essentially a little 2-pack. People will kill me for saying that, but it's 2 characters in there.
I appreciate that there's like a PIM Technologies
logo
emblem on the sole of his boot.
Yeah, no, definitely is. Yeah,
I love that little Easter egg.
I did mention that, but I froze at the time. So. Yeah.
Oh,
we don't believe you. We don't believe you.
I said it on Jay's stream.
All right. I am taking these dots. Started with a click. Shelley's here. We all know, and California Red Devil, both of them are here. This is dangerous territory for Jamie. Right. I haven't updated the leaderboard from last week, but I don't think any of the results last week really affected much at the top anyway. The ones you're watching out for, to be fair, I think Mark Tat-Tat's up there. A win for Mark Tat-Tat would take him up high. So, yeah, it's still in the joint lead, right? The current leaderboard is, it started with a click Shelley and also... California Red Devil. Both of them have managed 2 wins already in season 2, which is insane. So we shall see. But remember, Damien and Chica Monkey Kara started running away with it last year, and then Jamie still ended up winning it. So anything can happen. Damien is here. I can see Damien. I'm writing Damien's name down right now. So Damien's here. Right.
Lady Mac says, just get Frozen Craig to replace Rich next Thursday.
She's Frozen Craig for the whole stream.
Yeah. It's like,
right.
I could do some faces for you, Dan. You could just change it up every now and
again. You weren't here. Well, you were froze. You were here, but you were froze. But we froze in solidarity with you. We were supporting you, and we all froze for you. Remember that challenge? What was that challenge called? Where they all froze? What was that challenge called? People did it where they would freeze and like the camera would go around them. There was definitely remember the Harlem dance? Let's all do the Harlem dance. Just me? Oh, fucking now I look like an idiot, you twats. For God's sake.
I remember an ice bucket thing.
I fully committed to that and not one of them fucking moved.
Didn't they do that thing, like the Harlem dance thing? Yeah.
It's too late now. I've looked like a right fool. Right, I'm taking, says the guy who's about to race ducks. I'll give up on that one. All right, okay. Comment right.
Can you put in? Can you tell the race it's my birthday?
I can. I don't know if it will help. I can. I'm just skimming through my list to make sure I ain't got double of anyone. But there's always a fucking double there. There's always one.
You don't get extra ducks for your birthday, though. I didn't.
No, that's true.
It was called the Mannequin Challenge, Dan.
What was it called?
The Mannequin Challenge.
Mannequin Challenge. That's it. That's it. That's what Craig's doing. He's trying to bring it back. He's trying to bring it back. That's all Craig's doing. He's not just slow getting on the stream. He's also slow with crazes.
Well, he's going with like that time technology, so that's why.
That's true. Right. I'm just looking through. I nearly got Craig in there twice, and you lucky shit. All right.
Oh please,
no, too late. I noticed. I'm scanning the list now. And Phil nearly got in there twice as well.
You better not let
I'm just going to put my ducks now.
Right.
You're lucky to get him once, Craig, let alone twice.
That's true. He is very lucky. Right, let me put in the extra super chats as well. That's Eric Stream, Cedric, Blink 182 Duck as well. Now he's very confusing, but it is California Red Devil again. Will he give the points to Ryan Ting though? That's what I want to know.
Shout out Rebel 10 Customs is watching the stream right now. Does she have a duck?
She can have one.
I give her an honorary duck.
Does Rebel 10 even? She never comments. I never know. Of course she can. Rebel.
She sent me a message. She's watching now.
Rebel.
Love your work.
She's amazing at what she does. Customs. Right. There you go. That she is the last name in. Is it Duck Time? Okay, the Wolf Pack. Of course I've got to put him in there. Yes, it is Duck Time. You're in there. All right, there's probably a double in there. I do apologise. It's a lot of names. But I think we're good. Okay. Let's do this. For real. Okay, I don't know how many names this is, but we're about to find out. Okay, this is the bit you've all been waiting for. Everyone in this chat has been waiting over 4 hours or however long it's been for this moment right now where we race some damn ducks. All right, I'm copying them in to the thing. So again, I will update the table. Just haven't done it yet. First race is 2 minutes, isn't it? Names, edit names. And we have 80 people in the race today. Bloody hell. Right, let me get it set up, ready to go. Okay, there's the full screen. I can make that bigger, can't I? Let me make that bigger for the people. People need to see. They need to see what's going on here. All right, that's decent enough, right? That's sound. Right, okay, cool. Let me scroll up to the rules. Okay, this is it, people. This is it. The part of the show, the end of the show. We're winding down now. We're going to finish with this double duck race for points. You know how it works. The first race, to be part of the race, you have to be in the live chat and comment, just like you've already done. And then to qualify for points, you need to be first to 9th or dead last of the first race, all right? We double duck race just for a little bit more fun, all right? So first to 9th place or last place qualifies for the race with points. That is the second race, and the second race is only a minute long as well. So that is how it works. So don't worry about second race just yet. All you need to remember is you need to finish first to 9th. So the winner here doesn't get any points. They just qualify. First to 9th, and then dead last is our wild card. Good luck to everybody. Jay, give me a number from 1 to 5.
4.
1, 2. I feel like a Thunderbird advert. 3, 4. Duck race. Go. Right, okay, there's 4 shuffles. Good luck to everybody. Remember, the more you comment, the more ducks you get. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Let me just check I ain't missed anybody. I feel bad when I do that.
I think it's the closer it is to your birthday.
You're still trying to get in there, aren't you? You're still trying to get in with your little birthday duck, right? If that rule I started, then everybody would be on it. There's yes, absolutely. Double there. Yeah. Okay, last minute additions then. I'm just making sure I haven't missed out a name. I'm pretty confident I've got everybody in. Okay, back to the race. Right, let's do this. Right, the more you comment the ducks, the quicker your duck goes. That's 100% how the YouTube algorithm works, all right? I promise you, I've spoken to the professionals at YouTube. They said the more ducks you comment, the quicker your duck goes, all right? So light up the chat with some ducks. Let's go. Let's see your duck gets in there. I'll try and commentate as we go through. On a 3, and 2, and 1, and they're off. The ducks are off. Remember, there's 80 ducks there, people. I think there's more than 80 because I added the last couple of names at the end there. So if you don't see your duck, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just a crowded field. It's a crowded field, but it's a 2-minute race. So it's a nice and slow race. CJ Hesh was starting out, but he's dropped back a little bit. Now we've got Shishi Collects up top. I can see Frank. Shout out Fiendish Frank. I've got a few regulars in there. California Red Devil is the pink duck up top. I can see I am TJ Williams. I can see Cedric, Phil Jones, Compulsive Collector down at the bottom. I can see Rush in the middle of the park with the police hat on. The green duck is Jared. Jared, there you are. You're the green duck sort of coming through the middle now. But California Red Devil's got a nice strong lead. I can't quite see who the strawberry duck is behind Cedric, but it seems like Jared is now coming up top. There's Mini Plastic Multiverse now. The purple duck has just went past California Red Devil with Bring Toys to Work just behind him right at the top there. So is the real Dwight. Do you see him? Right up top. That's definitely the real Dwight. That's not a fake Dwight. Definitely the real one. I can also see a Blink 182 duck as well, which is in tribute to Ryan Ting. Caleb and Knight of Ren. Whoops, that probably should have been 2 people. It's all right. I'll count it if you win. Mike Hex is there as well with the Crown Hon in the middle of the park. So is Justin Collects, who I hope is watching in the replay. You best leave a comment, Justin. See, I didn't forget your duck. Ashaholic is the old man duck in the middle of the park. There's Bring Toys to Work now up top on his own. He's got rid of California Red Devil and Mini Plastic Multiverse, but they are creeping up. There's some of a Mohican coming up as well. I can't quite see who it is. It's Cloud, but then Cloud's dropped back again. Down at the bottom, David Evan Smith with the tiniest petite crown I've ever seen just dropped back. He just wanted to say hello. We got Tanner as well, who should be watching on the replay. Not 4,000, 5,000. He's holding strong next to Rebel 10 Customs. Hopefully she is watching, because there's a multicoloured Spider-Man duck right behind TJ Williams, and then another duck's coming out of the bottom. It's CJ Hesh. He was conserving his energy. Mike Hex with a crown on is the one to beat, but as anything can happen now in the last 4 seconds, ducks are moving. Is that Phil Jones? Is Phil Jones going to win the race? He has. Phil Jones has just qualified in first place. Remember, this is just for qualification, people. Just for qualification. So you need to finish from 1 to 9th or dead last, okay? So look at the leaderboard here. I need to copy-paste these names in case I close the page by accident, because I've definitely never done that before. Cloud, unfortunately, was just in 10th place. Just missed out. Ryan Ting made it. He made it.
So did Jay.
He made it. And so did Jay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And the Wolfpack. Okay, let me just put these names down and I'll read them out. Okay, remember, 1st to 10, 1 to 9, and then dead last. Okay, interesting. Let me scroll right to the bottom. Who finished dead last? It was Pete. Little Leaf Creations. Pete, there you go, dead last. You're in there. So we have our 10 ducks. All right, let me go back to this for a second. Right, our 10 ducks. I've got them right here in front of me. It is in first place. This is just for qualification. Phil Jones, then Paul McCarthy, Literal Action Figs, California Red Devil has made it. How did the bastard sneak in there? But he's in there. This is scary. If he gets in the qualification and wins some more points today, that would make him the outright leader. Unfortunately, Shelley is nowhere to be seen. Courtney is in 5th place. Jelly Figs in 6th. The Wolfpack is in 7th. J Toys Collection UK, I've heard of him, in 8th place. And Mr. Ryan Ting actually made it. Now, there is no way this man is watching the replay in 4 hours in to see this duck race. But someone please tell the man on Twitter he made the duck race. I will go back and scroll just so you can see I'm not cheating here. All right, let me go back. I just wanted to make sure I got those names straight away. So back to the group. All right, there we go. So Phil Jones, Paul McCarthy. There's Literal Action Figs, California Red Devil, Courtney, Jelly Figs, the Wolfpack, Jay, and then Ryan Ting in 9th place, just above Cloud. Okay, so there's our 10. We got them. Good luck to you guys. Jay, it's always nice when we have someone live on stream with us today who made the qualification race. What did you do differently today to help get your duck to win this qualification race?
I brought the tissue with me here just to wipe off the. Well, look at the excitement on Jamie's face there.
Look at him.
Just to wipe off the sweat.
This
there
man
you go.
has potential.
It's the haircut. Maybe it's the haircut. So the ponytail's gone.
You have the potential to maybe get more points today than the better half, who knows a thing or two about racing ducks, if you get a win today.
I think this is only the second time in duck race history I've made the final race. And also I've seen, I think that as the official duck race statistician I've just made myself, I think Collecting Rush finished second to last again this week, which I think he finished last week. So I think that is another bit of a stat there for you.
Interesting.
I'm going to bring my Trish just in the
that's a Trish Stratus. I do prefer Jamie's Trish, to be fair. It's all right, Jamie. You're not in there today, Jamie. You're not in there today, but there's still plenty of races to go before the end of the year.
You can't win them all.
It's very true.
Win it all.
Yes, that's true. Oh, I love that. I love that. You can't win them all, but you can win it all. I like it. Right, let's go to the table. Let's go to the Lord. So you know how this works. The second race is for points. This is what gets added to the leaderboard. Remember, the top 10 ducks on the leaderboard at the end of the year, we will have one ultimate final race. Okay, so you just need to get some points on the board. First place, 10 points. Second place, 6 points. Third place, 4 points. Fourth place, 2 points. Fifth place, 1 point. And then the dreaded 10th place, actually minus 3 points. That is the risk. California Red Devil has the potential to win the race and go above. He actually can finish 5th and with 1 point go above. It started with a click Shelley. But Shelley is in the chat right now hoping that California Red Devil actually finishes dead last and gets minus 3 points, and Shelley could finish today being the outright leader of the duck race. That's right. Exciting times in the Duck Race League 2. Right, let me copy paste these names. 10 names. Ryan Ting could also win for the first time. I think Dan Yoon actually did win a duck race once upon a time, and people thought that was a rig, and it really wasn't. I promise you, it's all legit. All right, let me check.
Dan, have you ever placed first? Or
I think I finished first once in the 3 years I've been racing ducks.
Amanda's won though.
Amanda has won. The one fucking time Amanda raced, she won annoyingly, and she never gives. To be fair, I think I got rid of her after that. Ruining it, taking points from someone else. She was terrible. Right, 10 ducks are in there. It's been set. Once again, I'll read out these names. So the 10 ducks in this race are Phil Jones, Paul McCarthy, Nitral Action Figs, California Red Devil is the one to watch here. Courtney, Jelly Figs, the Wolfpack Toy Review, Jay's Toy Collection UK, who's here with us live, and Ryan Ting, and then Pete, who is Little Leaf Creations, okay? I'm not sure I've seen him in the chat today, but he'll definitely be watching the replay, all right? So, here we go. Good luck to yous. Yeah.
Just so you know, Dan,
yep.
Adam, our Batman around has just said in the chat that he'll let his best friend know.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Adam, you let Ryan know he's in the duck race. That's good. Just let him know. Give him a little text. Right, here we go. In 3, in 2, in 1. And they're off. The ducks are off. Right, good luck to you. Jay, for some reason you are sporting the who is that? That's that weird president guy.
Donald Trump. I've gone full Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, that's the guy. Your duck's even orange as well. Ryan Ting is dressed as Aunt May as well. Interesting tactic. But so far, Ryan Ting is a beak in front. A beak in front of Little Leaf Creations there, with Jay just behind. Holding strong though up top. Phil Jones is down at the bottom, now wearing David Evans Smith's disguise with the little crown, right next to Paul McCarthy. California Red Devil is creeping at the back, but maybe he's been here before. Maybe he knows how to win these races and he's conserving his energy. Right next to Literal Action Figs, right next to Courtney, is sandwiched in between them. Jelly Figs is dropping back. Ryan Ting is still holding strong with Little Leaf dropping back behind him. 14 seconds now, and it's Ryan Ting versus Hill Phones, aka Phil Jones. But anything can happen. Will anything happen? 7 seconds. Someone's making a move for it. Is it Literal Action Figs, the Dr. Duck? Can he beat Phil Jones, though? Yes, he does. Also, Jay's creeping up there. Oh, that's a photo finish. Literal Action Figs, congratulations. Congratulations to you. I'm just laughing in the chat. Shelley said, good luck to everybody apart from California Red Devil. And he went, how dare you? Right. I think it's safe to say Literal Action Figs won, but we don't know what else happened. I think Phil Jones is up there. Jay, you did creep up at the end there. You did pick up some pace.
I think Jay come in third.
Interesting. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Now, did California Devil finish last? If California Red Devil finish last, today, Shelley will be in the lead. She will be the outright leader of the duck race. Let's see how this works. So, okay, there's your photo finish. In first place, it is Literal Action Figs. Second place, he finished first place and then second place. This man knows the things about racing ducks. It is Hill Phones, Phil Jones. Phil Jones, well done, second place. And Jay has got third place. That's a bronze medal for you, Jay. Jay, how do you feel?
That's the greatest I've ever done. I'm apparently now a Donald Trump supporter. That's something I thought I'd never say in my life.
I don't know how much luck that will give you, to be fair. You have got some points on the board. Let me just go and have a look at my board here.
A bronze medal for my bronze Trump tan there.
You both have great hair.
Just refused to accept the decision there, Jay, and ask for fourth place.
Recount. Jay wants a recount. Going full Donald Trump. Full Donald Trump. And sorry, we've had a team of experts count these, and they are staying. Right, where are we going? We're going back to the duck race. We need to know who finished last.
California Red Devils there.
Okay, California Red Devil managed to get a point. Okay, so we have a new leader. Sorry about that, Shelley, but we have a new leader. With California Red Devil finishing 5th, that means he gets 1 point. So now, in the current leaderboard, California Red Devil, 21 points. It started with a click Shelley, 20 points. California Red Devil is now the outright leader of Season 2 by a single point. A single point. The Wolfpack in 6th place. 7th place, it started with a click Shelley. No, it ain't 6th place. What am I talking about? It's Pete. It's Pete Little Leaf Creation. Sorry, I was reading the comment. In 8th place, it's Jellyfish. Ryan Ting avoided finishing last in 9th place. And I'm sorry to say it, I don't even know if this is the first time Paul McCartney has finished last. I think it may be a second time Paul McCartney has lost some points. But Paul McCartney, or Carthy, so I keep saying Cartney, it's not the Beatles, it's Carthy. Paul McCarthy has minus 3 points. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm so sorry. But it's minus 3 points to you. Congratulations to everybody else. I'm just going to copy and paste this leaderboard. Oh, there's an actual export button. There's an export to Excel button. Oh my God, I just learned something new after 3 years of racing ducks. It's right at the bottom. I didn't even notice it. I'm not going to do that though, in case we crash anything. There we go. So there it is. I'm going to put it in the chat just so you can see it. I'll just copy and paste that. There you go. You can read that. Oh, it won't even let me. Oh, can I do the top 5? There's the top 5. And then minus 3 points, unfortunately. Minus 3 points. It's unfortunately 10th place, Paul McCartney. So let's I'm just reading the chat just to see because California Red Devil and Shelley are now bitter enemies and rivals till the end. And are going at it in the chat. I'm just going to jump to the chat real quick. So it started with a click. Shelley says, my duck is dead to me now. California Red Devil says, Shelley, how's the weather down there in 2nd place? This is fighting talk. There's still plenty of time. She didn't think he placed, but he did get that point. But there's still plenty of time. Remember, Season 2 continues until the very last Legends and Liquor of 2023, okay? So we've still got... This, unfortunately, I should have probably said this at the start, is the only Legends and Liquor of September due to my holiday. So the next Legends and Liquor won't be till October. But we still have October, November, and December. So there's still 3 months of duck races to go. And remember, you only need to finish in the top 10 as well. And I think Mark's in there currently. Some points may have got Jay in there. Like, who knows? I'll add it all up. I'll do the tallying, and we'll come back next week. Paul is in the chat with some tears. I do feel bad for Paul. I'm so sorry, Paul. But it is another minus 3 points for you today. I'm so sorry. There is a wild card place, remember, though, Paul. You could be, to be fair, you could be battling it out for that final position of the wild card, finishing dead last. So this might work out for you. You might actually getting the least amount of points might actually work out for you in the end when it comes to the final season. First regular season win, says Literal Action Figs. Congratulations to you. It is crazy that we are already in September. I know it is crazy, and I'm very hot. My duck is a Birmingham City fan, says Paul McCartney. That's Kathy. So I'm assuming, are you a Villa fan? Who do you support if your duck's a City fan? Where has the year gone? I know. Right. It's been fun, people. I don't know how I've survived so long. This is probably a 5-hour stream. I do apologise to everybody watching. I do appreciate Group 2 being patient with me, though, as we had the run-in from Ryan Ting. And let's not forget the running from Dwight Stall, who someone could argue was even better than Ryan Ting. We heard barking dogs, we've seen curtains, flannel shirts, we've seen it all. It was indisputably the real Dwight Stall. He was even had a duck in the race, just to prove my point. Let's go up top. Tell the people where they can find you online. Remember, links are in the description of this video. Let's start up top with Jared.
On Instagram, at DizzyBob. That's about it.
Dizzy Bob. What's the origin behind Dizzy Bob?
Oh, it was a gamer tag.
Oh, there you go.
College.
Now we know. Dizzy Bob. Mark Tac. And for anyone knows, Tac's your actual name, Tac.
It sure is, Dan. That's right.
His name is actually Mark Tac. It's not a nickname. That's his actual name.
Yeah. Can you believe it? It did. Well, that's one of the places you can find me on YouTube, on Tac Tac Toys with Film. And, of course, good old Joe's and Juice with Dan and Mini Plastic Multiverse Tom. And, you know, sometimes I do a bit of a Sneaky Friday live stream with old Jay when he's up for it. So those are the places you can find me.
You will find him around. It's not hard to find that man. Links to his YouTube channel in the description. Please go and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And yeah, Joe's and Juice will be back early October, I promise you, when we've got all that Pulse-Con stuff to recap. I hope you take notes for me because I'm going to be on a beach drinking too many cocktails. So I need you guys to be listening and taking notes. You guys are the guys on the front line anyway, so it makes sense. David, Evan and Smith, I'm so happy that you've moved into the new place. Everything got there safely. You seem in good spirits. So I'm happy for you, my friend. A new home, new adventure, new chapter. Tell the people where they can find you online.
Thank you. I don't get into bed for less than 24 inches, and I'm on Instagram at David_Evan_Smith. Glad to be back. Looking forward to October. So.
There you go. The Halloween season. We should do a Halloween episode where everyone dresses up. Yeah, we need to make that happen.
We should all dress up like Dwight Stahl.
That'd be freaky. We'll have to ask Rich if we can borrow his beard dye to make that work. Right, underneath, he hate me for saying that. Underneath, we've got Jamie. Jamie, where can we find you online?
At JMG Toys on Instagram, and right here every 2 weeks, except this month, because it will be next month.
It will be. The next Legend of Liquor isn't, unfortunately, until, let me have a look at this. So the next one would have been the 24th, which I'm on holiday, and I can't reschedule it as I'm on holiday for the week. So, and then I don't want to miss the pattern either, or ruin the pattern. And on the 1st of the month, I'm actually going to a toy fair and meeting with some of the UK guys, so I can't actually do it on the 1st either. So the next Legend of Liquor isn't fortunately until the 8th, so it is a little bit of a gap. But again, I've been on YouTube consistently during COVID for like the last 4 years. I never missed a show, so I'm sure, well, I at least hope you guys forgive me for giving myself the Legend of Liquor off. But I will be back in October, I promise you. And I'll see if I can get a special guest for October. See if Dan wants to come in October, and we get the whole three. All three of them made it. Jay, what about you? You're on YouTube, right?
I am. You can find me on YouTube at Jays_Toy Collection UK. As Wolfpack said in the chat, vote for me in 2024 with that duck performance. And it sounds like I'll have the exclusive coverage of PulseCon then if you're on holiday. So unless Rich M can work StreamYard, you'll have to come and watch me talk about it.
If I record a video and send it to you, will you play my video on yours?
I can do, no problem.
All right, I'll do that. I'll record a video reaction of PulseCon.
Ask for money.
And send it to Jay. No, and Jay, you're going to join me while Rich is on annual leave next week, right, on my stream?
Yeah. Yes. Well, you'll see me on this channel Thursday with the Super Substitute outfit on.
Yeah, so the last stream before I actually go on holiday, and I'm going to Crete in Greece, if anyone's curious. It's a little island in Europe. I'm chasing the sun before the summer disappears. I'm going... So I'll be away from the 15th. So I am going to be here on the 14th for the last stream on a Thursday. So me and Jay will be here on Thursday, and then I'm off. But that's that. Right, Rick, what about you?
You can find me on Instagram at Legion_X83.
Perfect. Links in the description. And then we've got Christopher Allen. Christopher, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Christopher Allen 254. Or you can go Threads, but I don't ever log in.
It's weird. Tom was promoting Threads for weeks, and even he didn't even log in either. There might be people trying to reach out to you on Threads, Chris. You need to log in and find out.
I doubt it. Yeah.
I logged in and nothing's happening there even. I logged straight back out. So yeah, nothing's going on over there. And then iPhone, last but not least, where can we find you online?
You will find me in Crete next week in the background of Dan's photos.
That will be creepy. That would be very creepy.
Holding his Galactus.
Imagine that while I'm on holiday, someone goes live on my channel. Like people start getting a ping live notification, and it's like it starts off all fuzzy, a bit of smoke, and then it's just Craig sitting here with my Galactus. Like
it's still probably
Mr. Blobby running around your room.
I would run to the airport. Amanda would be like, "You see a puff of smoke?" while she sat with a cocktail. I'd be like, "Where's Dan gone?" I'm running to the airport. Like, get me home.
Teddy's gonna let me in.
Oh, the bastard! I'm gonna warn him.
You can find me on Instagram at craig.nostalgic.collection, which I'm putting up some reels and pictures of the Batman collection at the minute.
Beautiful.
So.
Beautiful. Right, that's it, people. It's been a good one. It's been a long one. It's been a hot one, but it's all over. It's all over. It's been fun. But I'm out of here. I will see you Thursday, and then the next Legend of Liquor. As I said, if anyone has genuinely stayed until the end of this show and you're on the replay crew, just give yourself a congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back and just write your congratulations in the comments for yourself. Like, congratulate yourself for sitting through this 5 maybe hour show. Like, I don't know at this point. How long? Does anyone know how long the show's been? I have no idea. Not a clue.
3 hours 47. So.
Oh, okay.
Not even near the record.
Oh, okay. We're fine. That's good then. Under 4 hours. I'm fine with that. All right, cool. We're out of here then. Right, I will see you on Thursday. Back Giant Man or don't back Giant Man. It is as simple as that. All right, quote me. Right, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I haven't got an end screen, so I'll just play the intro
Wave to
again.
Mr. Tumble.
Bye. See you, iPhone.
Bye.